Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Of the Devil. What is up?
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our beautiful dystopian cyberpunk reality.
We love it. We love a mystery. We love a corrupt protagonist, and we love hanging out. I'm very happy to be here.
Are we talking about the game now? Okay, cool.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. You're right. General dystopia applies to everything. You know what? Corrupt protagonists might too. We don't know. Hey, sound off in chat. Do you identify as a corrupt protagonist?
in this dystopian
in this here
hellscape?
Yeah.
Oh man, good to have you all this evening. Hello, and also thank you so much to Catty Cake for the 65 months. Wow, thank you so much, Catty. Thank you to Venus Berries for the 15
there's so
months.
much going on.
And thank you to Boberation. Thank you for joining for the first time. And thank you to MF Mega 0X for the gifted, and to Nochi-san. Thank you. Nochi-san got that 69 nice months.
Woo! Nice! Heck yeah, Nochi-san!
Hell yeah. Thank you all so much.
Here. We love to see it.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Can we just also say that 69 nice months is a lot of months to be subscribed to our channel
It's wild. Every once in a while, I will sit down and be like, some of y'all have just been hanging with us for a decade.
Literal years, yeah.
It's wild stuff. It's wonderful. We've got the best community on the internet. I earnestly believe that.
I'm so grateful. And thank you to Black Geologist as well for the 4 months.
I'm so upset. Allison, this is mainly just for you, but I was like, we've got the best community on the internet, except for Alistair fans. They don't count.
Yes, we are calling you out.
They don't count. We love everybody except for Alistair stands.
The Alistair stands can sit down. Oh my god.
I don't know why they were the ones that got to me. Oh my god.
What a callback.
Oh yeah, billiards, Catty. That is a good callback.
Billiards. I'll never forget that experience. Okay, this is so throwback inside baseball, but not really, because you can also go. Can you watch Necrobarista? Did we save that one?
It's one of the few early ones we saved. We lost all of Farming Fridays, but we saved Necrobarista.
Yes, okay, that's what I thought. I'm pretty certain we still have that one. So this isn't totally inside baseball because you can go back and watch it. But I just have such a core formative memory of during COVID sitting in my kitchen, because at the time, or a dining room table, because at the time that's where I was sitting whenever we streamed. I wasn't set up in my upstairs office yet, and I just remember sitting in my dining room in the dark, just fucking sobbing at the end of that game. And that is just such a core memory for me now, because it was also the first time we were on stream, and I'm like, great, I cried.
Yeah,
I cried on stream.
we can feel the emotions just as strong on stream as not. Now, and also Necrobarista is just it was just such a surprisingly wonderful little game. What a special one.
What a good one.
I too, Venus Berries, had reason to call back to the Miranda song recently from Monster Prom, because I'm so sorry, I forget who it was in the Discord, but somebody posted a inscription animatic made by the same artist that made a animatic of the Miranda song.
I haven't seen that.
This is the most inside baseball nonsense. I'm so sorry for anybody who hasn't been here for 7 years. I swear to God, we'll get more contemporary in just a moment. It was you, Catty. Thank you. But yeah, a really great animatic for celebrating Inscription and all of its twists and turns. And it was cool that it was made by the same person that also enjoyed the Miranda song.
Oh man, that's really cool. I'm gonna have to go check that out. That is so awesome. Also, yeah, that
I should have their
animator is
name.
excellent.
I shouldn't have given them a shout out without having their name in front of me.
You pull that up quickly while I will say thank you
That
to
guy,
Cybernetic.
you know, that person.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that person. Thank you to Cybernetic Actor for the sub as well. Thank you for the 14 months. Appreciate you so very much. But yeah, I don't know. I figured maybe if we could bring it back to contemporary times and do a little catch-up corner. Like, it's been a week since we streamed. What you've been up to? Maybe we do a really quick recommendations corner before we dive into the meat and potatoes of this chapter. I think. Well, I think we're ending this chapter.
Yeah, but I am so on board with that. Quickly, shout out to the artist. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to pronounce your name. It's
do it.
Najsigt. Najsigt. Take that as you will. But yeah, catch up corner time. What have you been up to, Allison? I haven't talked to you in like a week. More 2 weeks, yeah. Sort of. We caught up over the weekend, but still.
We did. Actually, you're totally right. I didn't talk to you not too long ago, but yes, I recently came back from travel. I was in Dublin for work for a week, working with my colleagues over in our Dublin office, which was really, really lovely. I got to go with some folks on my team. Man, Dublin's such a cool ass city. Mm-hmm. It's so fun and it's so rad, like in the summer when it's warm and people are just out at every hour of the day, and I just you trip and you fall into something from the 1100s, like
which is amazing. That's
so cool,
so special.
Yes, it was really, really special to be there. I got to see the eclipse that occurred, I think, last Wednesday in Europe. We had like 97% like coverage of it. I see this question of like any cool places I visited. This time I went to Christchurch Cathedral and checked that out, which was really cool and so unusual. Like really, really wild, like as just a historical space and a museum and a church. And you go down into the gift shop and it's in the crypts next to all of the dead guys.
Yep.
Just really
buy a t-shirt, wave at the dead cat, it's good times.
Yep, wave at the cat mummy. Really cool. And then what else? We were trying to get to Dublin Castle, but it was closed off for the next like 6 months. Mostly just did a bunch of like, wandering about in the city, like in the evenings or in the mornings. Kind of in the immediate vicinity of like where we were staying. Went over to St. Stephen's Green and Stephen's Green Shopping Center, just like exploring around. Mostly like Center City Dublin. Last time I was there, I went for like a little quick day trip to the Wicklow Mountains, which was really, really cool. We didn't really have time for going on hikes or like getting outside of the city this time, but it was totally fine. Like we filled our time perfectly well, and it was really lovely. It was really hot though, like as any of our European watchers can attest to right now. I know y'all are going through it. I can back you up on that. I don't know how to explain it, but it feels worse over there than here. I understand the buildings are designed to keep the heat in and there ain't no AC, so it just feels stuffy. Yeah, it was just like a stuffy heat. But good time, a really, really nice time. So this kind of dovetails into my small recommendations corner. I watched 2 movies while I was on the plane. I actually watched very few films while traveling, but I finally saw Marty Supreme.
Okay.
And I don't know, have you seen that, Gina, already?
I haven't. I know that it's Kelly's least favorite movie maybe ever, and also Wilson hated it. We discussed it very briefly on Big Walk.
Yep. Oh, really? So recently? Okay.
Yep. Very briefly.
Yeah, really didn't vibe with it. I would say Uncut Gems is a much more, we'll say, successful and better realized version of storytelling than I think what they were going for in Marty Supreme, which is the a man falls into tragedies of his own making over and over again, into a bottomless pit hole. But this time, there's literally nothing sympathetic about him. He's just an asshole. Like, so, if anything, I guess Timothée Chalamet played a pretty decent self-centered asshole. So I guess props to you, whatever, I guess.
Yeah, but those are a dime a dozen,
yeah. And I think there were some like really awesome like shots. Like I think the cinematography was really strong, literally up until the end though, actually. The final like climactic scene that's taking place, like, ultimately doesn't really mean anything, but it's also shot in such a way like it's taking place in a like constrained location, and it just like doesn't feel that great to watch. So you know what I mean? Like I'll just say, if I were to pick between Marty Supreme and Uncut Gems for like that specific kind of movie going experience, I'll take Uncut Gems over Marty Supreme like any time of the day. So that's my quick review of it. The other one I watched that I loved was Goat, and I hadn't seen Goat before, and it just was so rad.
I still haven't seen it. I saw the ads for it when it was in theaters, but I have not seen it.
It is so good. It's so, Goat, like the animal, and also like greatest of all time.
It's a pun, and just straightforward.
The goat is the goat. Yeah. And oh my god, it was so good. It's Zootopia sports anime is probably the best way you could describe it.
I enjoy Zootopia, and I love a sports anime, so.
I would say it kind of runs circles around Zootopia for me. I think the animation style and the world building is just like more interesting to me than Zootopia, mostly because they kind of don't get into it, whereas Zootopia's whole thing is like trying to be like some sort of like meta-analysis commentary on society, but also like not doing a really great job of it. And then Goat is just kind of like, they all live together. Don't think about it. Like, I don't know. There's something else happening there that I just really enjoyed a lot more than Zootopia, and Zootopia 2. It was excellent. Amazing animation. Awesome sports anime style movie. Really endearing characters and performances. The main two characters are just like a ton of fun. I really enjoyed them, and they have like excellent character arcs. Just really good overall like development for all of them. Everyone by the end, I'm like, yeah, team, yeah, let's go. So those are my recommendations.
I am very glad to hear it. I'm sorry, I'm trying to adjust the sound. I'm seeing that folks are saying it's quiet, or you're quiet. I'm not sure who's quiet.
I'm quiet? Ooh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know, but just keep us posted, folks.
Am I sounding any better now? I can always turn me up. Oh, it was you? Okay. Well,
it was
we can
me?
always be a little louder. No, sorry.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah.
In chat
just let us know. I'm happy to boost things.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks for the call out, folks.
Yep.
What about you, Gina? What have you been up to? Any recs from your end?
I had family in town, which was lovely. It was really nice. It's always just really nice to have like kind of a staycation, at least on my end, and get to explore and try new things. I got to go to the Hollywood Bowl for the very first time, which is super cool. I get all the hype. It's incredible. And we saw a Bernstein, Gershwin, and Dvorak performance by the National Symphony, which was really nice. And I also saw the new Spider-Man, which I really enjoyed. I liked it a lot. I feel like Tom Holland has really grown into, especially in this iteration, like a proper real Spider-Man. And I really, really enjoy where we've gotten. I liked it a lot.
That's so great, and that's the takeaway I've heard from pretty much everyone that has seen the new Spider-Man, is that it's really excellent, and Tom Holland like has really settled into the character super well. So that's so cool to hear.
Tom Holland's great in it. It's just such a recognized. It's like, yeah, that's Spider-Man. There we go. And
sick.
the effects, especially around the villain, are very cool.
Nice.
So yeah, it's just a good time. It's just a good time. It is a comic book movie, but in like the most positive way.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really great. That's kind of what we need right now, I feel like. for comic book movies.
Yeah, it was
Just
just,
a good
really
positive
nice.
one.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I see the question in chat. I have not seen Banana Fish yet, but it is on the list, especially now that like the dub is out.
It got the brand new dub. So I definitely I've meant to check it out for ages. Like when it first came out, it just sort of fell off my list. But definitely something worth checking out.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else? Anything else we want to go over before we jump in?
Not really. I picked Fields of Mysteria back up because it finally actually released. So
Nice.
I'm desperately trying to remember what this game is because I played it at the launch of early access and it's been a while. Things have changed and also haven't. But it's such a charming game. So I'm looking forward to playing that again and seeing all the new content.
Nice. I'm planning on picking it up and playing it. I cannot resist. It looks so good.
You'll
Yeah.
probably have a much smoother experience than I have because I really am like, who are you? Were you here? Were you a person when I played this? And then I'm like, no, you weren't a person when I played this. Who are you?
So you're having this like weird Berenstain Bears moment.
Yeah.
Like, did I encounter this already?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like this is on me. I could start it over, but I'm just charmed and I'm happy to be picking it back up.
That's cool. Very nice. I'm excited to play it. Oh, welcome, Zankton. Glad you could make it live. Like, happy to have all sorts. We've got a couple of folks who are here live for the first time, so great to have you. I am still playing Pokemon Champions because I'm trying to still get back up to Master Ball. This Ultra Ball ladder has been a little tough for me right now. I'm kind of struggling again because I keep wanting to. Thank you,
Sorry.
MF Mega Zero X. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Thank you.
I was squinting. Quite Adept said something, and then it got
Popped away.
Thank you so much, MF Mega Zero X.
I did be the Mancala effect. Yes. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted. And to answer Malice's question, yes, I am gonna watch Worlds. Sadly, did not get tickets to Worlds.
Oh, boo! I meant to check in with you on that. I'm sorry.
It was really frustrating because it was that I got the email saying that I was accepted, but I didn't see the email until the day after it closed because Gmail shunted it into the wrong folder. In my, you know how Gmail does those like labels on things now?
That's such a bummer, Allison.
Gina?
I'm so sorry.
I cried. I actually literally cried. I was so upset.
Oh, I
And
wanted you to go. So I'm so sorry. That's really that makes me really sad.
I was really, really sad, and I hadn't been willing to talk about it because I was so upset about it. And Victor had also put his name on the list too, and he just full on got a rejection. They said no to him. Like, and we were like, "What is this? What the hell?" Like we put our names in.
You got double done. God.
It was so frustrating. And then I went to work, and I, a couple weeks later after this happened, I talked to a coworker who had also put their name into the lottery. I'm like, "Hey, did you ever hear back from Worlds?" And my coworker was like, "No, God damn it, Gmail put it in the wrong folder, and I missed it." I'm like, "No way, you and me both."
Gmail is conspiring against you all.
Literally the same thing happened, went to the wrong folder and then wasn't seen until 24 hours after the, allotted time to enter. So we were both devastated.
That is cruel. That really is.
What's also devastating is that we're local. Like we're in the area.
Yeah, it's like if you were ever going to be able to go, this was the time.
Yeah, so really pissed, but I will still watch it. I'm still going to be watching Worlds. And I don't know, maybe I'll go into the city and go to like a bar or something. Maybe there's a watch party or something happening in the city, and I can be with a group of people and make it a little more fun.
Watch party. Ooh,
yeah.
I wonder if that exists.
I know. I've been poking around to see if I can find someone. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Giants are doing a Pokemon night, like theme night, like a few days before, but that sold the fuck out. Like there's no way to get into that. Anyway, yeah, no worlds for me, unfortunately. I'll be on the outside looking in.
Well, we do at least have one fun thing coming up. I figure we probably can just share this, which is we're going to PAX.
Yes, we're going to be at PAX West again this year, which is super, super exciting.
I'm just pumped. I like PAX. It's a good time.
Too. It's such a good time, and every time we go, it's just like, it's so lovely, and the industry fucking sucks right now, but
it's tough.
we need to preserve our whimsy and love, especially for folks that still have whimsy and love of the craft. I'm looking at you, indie developers.
Oh yeah, like I'm probably the thing I'm most excited about is attending 6, because you get to see all of the Seattle indies showing off their good work, and I love seeing what everyone's bringing to the table there.
Me too. I see the Ratner's going to be there. That's awesome. Yeah. And quite adept. It's PAX West. Yeah, obviously. Yeah. That's right. PAX Antarctica.
You never know. Those penguins, they throw a good party.
It's true. We don't have any meetups planned or anything, but we'll be roaming around. So if anyone is going to be there, along with the Ratner, feel free to come track us down and say hello.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where we'll be, but
we'll figure that out in the future.
Yep.
But yeah, excited to go, and I'm also just excited to get to travel with you.
Me too. We haven't done it in a minute, so it's good to have I'm looking forward to having a trip together. It'll be really nice. Mm-hmm. Oh, this was good. Well, Thank you all for hanging out with us as we just caught up for 30 minutes.
Look, it's good and healthy, and it's our channel. We can just catch up for 30 minutes. It's okay.
We got announcements worked into it. We did everything.
Yeah, we did a little bit of due diligence in there.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, if you're watching the VOD, you can check out our socials and watch on YouTube for post updates for our schedule, and you can come hang out with us, and we'll be chatting with you like this. So
indeed,
come check us out.
All right, want to jump into this thing? Yeah, let's go.
Do it. Yeah,
it's this weird black screen. I was like, did it not save? And it's like, no, it did. We just saved on a black screen. Okay. Hey everybody, welcome to Of the Devil. Last time we went to a pre-trial hearing, cool meeting with a sexy judge, where we aimed to discuss the death and, to a certain extent, life of David Asher, our friend, our lifelong friend, and the developer of some of the wet Android technology at Noble.
Warm?
No, wet. They're wet. They are warm.
Wet. And
they're filled with pink blood.
Yeah. Yes and yes.
Yes and yes. You're right. They are warm, but look. but understand the moist androids. Understand.
Damn.
All right. So anyway, we had a trial against Emma, our I'd say our adversary, although the dynamic didn't really play out that way in the actual trial. For the most part, we entered into this hearing stalling for time as Sarah, our brand new shiny android daughter, worked to decrypt a series of video files that David had taken using the security cameras in his off the beaten path rooms in his apartment.
His like closed system.
Exactly.
Of security cameras. Yeah.
These were not captured or monitored by the overall system that monitors all of the rest of the, not only apartment, but the entire building. And so it took us some time to both find the fact that there were cameras and to figure out what was on the videos. During that time, we went back and forth, but it didn't really matter because we did finally open up the video files only to reveal that Sarah had been awake when she did not know she was active. She was wandering around during the time that David was fetching the cups and the drinks that would maybe eventually lead to his death. That causality actually hasn't been 100% proven, which I do think is interesting. But regardless, during the time that David was off camera, he was in the same room as Sarah. So at the end of the last episode, Emma was like, we call off this trial. Obviously, David didn't kill himself, so let's end here. And the judge is like, okay, sure. And that's why we went to the black screen.
It's like we kind of did get what we wanted in a weird way, but also, like, the implications here are heavy. And also, everything's just been... There's just implications now. We haven't actually saw any evidence of Sarah spiking the drink or anything, like, on the video footage yet, right?
Exactly. Like, even the spiking of the drink, we think we know what was used. It was like setting 19 in the nanomachine printer, but the cup itself doesn't have any evidence of that. And the drink doesn't either. So there's like a lot of, we think this is when this happened and how this happened, and Sarah appearing falls smack dab in the middle of that. But we haven't locked down for sure how any of this occurred. So I think let's wrap this up. Let's see how this all lands.
I have one last question before we go into this and we get the wrap up on it. It's like, and it's something I've been sitting with that I think we talked about a bit at the end of last episode too, which is like, you know, the implication of if Sarah did spike the drink and kill David Asher, like, what does that mean that Sarah is a murderer? Does that mean that
we know androids can't commit murder?
Yeah.
End of statement. So no matter what, she didn't murder him.
Yeah.
Legally speaking, even whether she did it of her own will or because somebody else hacked her or because David programmed her and gave her the command to do it and then commanded her to forget. Then
does that mean that David did actually, by the legal standard, commit suicide because he instructed his android to do so, or by the legal standard because we now own Sarah? I say own, but you know, she's under our guardianship now. Does that mean that Morgan no.
I think the question of with like whether she could be used as an implement for David to take his own life. That sounds feasible, but she had not been transferred to our ownership until after all of this occurred.
Yeah, that's true. And also chat is bringing up a good point too. It's like, if she did do this of her own accord, that implies that she is an AI, which is different from like it is a separate definition from how the androids function and operate in this game from, like, you know, the ones that we interact with.
We don't know the hard and fast
UI
like line between the UI and the AI. I feel like a UI could also still be used to kill because we talked about it. It's like originally they had the 3 laws, but then they were like, we need to make soldier bots, and they can't, like, we can't be jumping through 50 layers of approvals in order to allow a soldier bot to kill. So, and that's a UI.
It gets blurry because of the tenants.
Yeah,
right?
and we know that Sarah has tenants. She has like 28 or something like that, which is like more than some, but a lot less than others.
Yes, yeah. It was. I think the implication was that it wasn't a ton of tenants, right? Comparatively,
it was like a medium amount.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I just wanted to bring it up because I've been like mulling it over and like the definitions of everything and like where things lie in terms of I guess, culpability. You know what I mean?
I think, and I think that given how much information we have about decision making and who it falls onto and the tenants and things like that, I anticipate there's a lot of that's going to come up. Sure. I think that you're asking the question.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think I don't think Morgan could be blamed for it, but I think anything past that, it's all fair game.
Yeah, it's on the table. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, I guess it's me. Well, I managed to prove that David didn't kill himself. And in the process, I proved that his android did. I proved that the android that's been walking around with me all day is capable of murder. A killer robot. A true unbound AI with military-grade specs and at least one death to its name already. So much for avoiding the public eye.
Thank you for coming here on such short notice, Judge Barrows.
Oh. As if I'm doing you some kind of favor. I didn't realize I had any choice in the matter. This isn't some bad joke, is it, Miss Rockford?
I'm afraid not, Your Honor.
You know, I like the adjutants. I always have. They deal with the criminal trials so that bookish, quiet, contemplative people like me can spend all day typing up arguments for obscure legal treaties. That's what I like to do. I don't like coming down here and dealing with all this heavy-handedness. Won't someone toiling away under the police state think of the poor bureaucrats? Ugh. And I certainly don't like making rulings on anything as spicy as AI. She can barely bring herself to say it. And you, Counselor Morgan, you're the one who it's registered to? That's correct, Your Honor. So, what did it do exactly? Torture an animal? Shut down a hospital? Crash a coin market?
We have it on camera poisoning a man. Killing its creator.
You mean Dr. Asher?
Is that observed on I feel like that's not what we saw.
Yeah, I feel like that was the implication, but did we see the little do we see the action? Do we see that occur?
Yeah, I feel like Emma weirdly is jumping the gun here a bit. Because don't get me wrong, it is a major change to the state of the case that there was another entity downstairs with David, but I feel like saying we caught them on well let's see if they'd have more than we do.
Yeah, let's see. That is, we can't hope to keep this quiet for very long. All we can do is try to wrap it up quickly. Let's make haste. Adjutant, do you have the case number? Oh, it's her. Case ID is 241277-A. Docket number YT984318282. Thank you. Can you repeat that? YT984318282. I think you lost after the first 8.
I have it. Copies here.
Yeah, what are you pulling, Barrows? Okay. And what are the security procedures for an incident of this nature?
I think the adjutant was probably listing it really quickly. And,
she was reading it off really, really fast. I understand now.
Yeah,
okay,
and Barrows is like, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not. You keep losing me.
I gave my own characterization to that, and it ruined my interpretation.
We've talked about like the curse of voiceover that you sometimes can like change the nature of the scene by accident.
It's like we're not actually reading a script with direction here.
Exactly.
And what is the security procedures for an incident of this nature? A data quarantine is to be established around any networks the subject was exposed to for more than 66 seconds. All offending hardware is to be destroyed immediately through incineration at a minimum temperature of 3,422 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. Oh, sorry, Spearmint. There's nothing to be done. No debate to be had here. This isn't even a decision. Sorry, Sarah. Not Spearmint. David gave you that name. I should at least make the effort to use it. That sounds very hot. Do we have furnaces that get that hot? Of course! There are a number of industrial furnaces within the city limits that I could recommend. Sorry? Oh, what? Why? Oh, I thought she was saying sorry to that. Sorry? Why should I be sorry anyway? I fulfilled the request. Favor repaid.
Well, the request was to take care of her.
Yeah.
Morgan, look at the terms and conditions of the contract you have with your friend.
Well, I did what was asked of me.
I brought her in front of the court and got her killed within 24 hours of meeting her.
I
Favor
took her
repaid.
into my custody. The end. I did what you asked, David. Yeah.
Oh, God.
I don't owe Sarah anything, especially not if it killed my friend. Oh. Right, Morgan. I'm sorry? I was just saying how grateful I am that we have the procedures for this kind of thing all laid out already. Yep. Keeps things nice and simple. It can feel somewhat severe going through these steps so quickly, but nothing, Your Honor. Artificial intelligence is perhaps the greatest threat to human civilization and the sanctity of life there's ever been. Any piece of software, big or small, no matter the vessel, if it can violate the tenets it was programmed with, it has the potential to cripple our nation in a matter of moments. Yes, couldn't have said it better myself.
Straight from the textbook, almost.
Well, I mean it. Monsters like that don't belong in this world. They should never have been born in the first place. Destroying them is a kindness. And if anyone's to blame, it's... No one's blaming you, Counselor. You couldn't have known you were in possession of an AI. I'm talking too much. Probably just tired. It's been a long day, and I've had a lot of thoughts. Sorry, Sarah. Whatever you are. You were just born wrong. Not your fault, necessarily. If it were up to me, you get points for trying. Trying to be something more. Trying to be something at all. Or anything other than what you are. It was stupid, of course, and futile. And pointless, spending hours in front of a TV or laying in bed staring at your phone.
She's so cute.
Watching oh, she's so cute! Watching stupid movies and trying to paper mache an ill-fitted mask of humanity out of the scraps you could tear out of magazines. Practicing expressions and memorizing lines and trying to get something to take root and grow, despite knowing it'd have nothing to feed on. Stupid.
Gonna click left trigger?
Call? Are we calling ourselves? Oh?
No, I think we're calling the claim, maybe. I think she may be stepping in.
Oh, let's go. Let's go, Morgan.
I too thought it was
right.
like call, like
right.
use a phone, but I'm realizing we're still in the case. So I think she's calling the bluff.
She's calling the bluff. Okay, that's sick.
Morgan?
What was that, counselor? I said objection. And what are you objecting to?
What are you doing, Morgan?
I'm a defense attorney. This is what I do. I understand that you've been through a lot these past few hours, counselor. But there's nothing to defend. On the contrary, Your Honor, I have to defend myself. Pardon? You say that this android Sarah is an AI because it broke its tenets.
Obviously.
And you believe it broke its tenets because of this newly discovered footage that appears to show it committing murder via poison.
All true. And no laws broken on your part.
Here it comes. Oh, never thought I'd be incriminating myself in the courtroom just to make a point. Don't you dare try and entrap me on this.
It's Sarah, almost definitely Sarah's papers. But
proves ownership of Sarah. This is what I was saying. Yeah, is that
okay? So I'm sorry that I cut you off. It never would be relevant if Morgan wasn't doing this to herself, because it did happen after. Yeah. It did happen after.
This is self-imposed Morgan, and she's gonna try and spin it. This is self-imposed by Morgan. She's gonna try and spin it so that she can keep Sarah alive.
I definitely see what's going on. I'm sorry that I questioned you, but again, admittely, this is some bullshit that Morgan is doing.
It stinks to high heaven, but she's got to do it. Right?
It does stink to high heaven. You know, fuck it. We'll put 6 on that. Well, why not?
I love her. She is my favorite bullshitter too. All right. It's pretty simple, actually. If the state is making the claim that Sarah is an AI, they're accusing me of committing a felony. Because I'm the legal owner of that android.
Okay, so what she's actually claiming here is not that she would be responsible for the death. She's more just saying that because she went through the process of getting Sarah registered and officially owned by her, then she would own an AI, and that could incriminate her if anybody at all was coming at her that way.
That's the way we're framing it now. Is like, oh yeah, I actually own an illegal entity now. Like I own an AI, which is a felony. Yeah. Okay.
So if somebody gave me like a MP3 player with a bunch of illegally downloaded songs, and then I'm the one that all right, cool.
Yeah.
Right.
they took your MP3 player. What year is it? And put a bunch of illegally downloaded songs on it, and then gave it back to you and said,
and then the cops were like, "We're taking you to jail," and I'm like, "No, I've never even had an MP3 player. It's 2026. What are you talking about?" They're like, "Too bad."
Truly, this episode really is us speaking to the past
in a lot of levels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really funny. Oh my god.
What the hell are you doing?
And if the state wants to charge me with owning an AI, I will not take that lying down. I know my rights.
I know I flagged this at the end of last episode, but I am going to flag it again. I think my favorite surprise so far in this entire chapter, and it's a weird one, it's just that Emma is like not our antagonist. Like, like not at all. She just showed up to do her job today. She really, I don't know. I just find that a surprising switch on the script.
Yeah. It's like, I thought that maybe this case was gonna like start really pushing the enemies to lovers, but she's just kind of doing her job.
She just showed up for work today.
Yeah. And then we're just spinning bullshit left and
We
right.
really are. Oh my god.
So good. I love this chapter. Counselor, your argument is
self-defeating. Listen to yourself, Counselor. You claim that Sarah is just an android, a product that will be obsolete within a year. But you've only known it for a few hours. You've only owned it for a matter of minutes. And yet here you are, risking a felony charge to save it from being demolished?
she's different. She's built different, literally.
Isn't that? I feel like in the court that would be as much of a proof that she's an AI to begin with. It's like no, you're way too attached to this. Something's wrong.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Because you're wrong.
And I know you wouldn't care.
That expression.
Not unless this android was something special.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the more you're demonstrating that you, Morgan, you care about it, then it must be
More
an AI.
suspicious. Yeah, it's more suspicious. Yeah. Look at us. Me arguing that I'm guilty, and Emma arguing that I'm a softie. Huh. It'd be funny if it wasn't so fun. You think there's no reason I'd want to save this android from destruction? Other than feelings of, what, personal attachment?
Proves ownership of Sarah inside. David experienced harassment, stalking reported to the police. Starling and David texted. Oh, yeah, the financials. Yeah, okay.
It's because
she's like, worth a lot of money.
She's priceless.
Yeah.
I was going to say, we could have upped that a little bit. That's fine.
You're right.
Yeah. All good. I can think of at least one reason why I don't want you to turn Sarah into slag. One very convincing reason. Or a very convincing number.
What is that?
That number is Sarah's estimated financial value on the collector's market.
Oh, you've gotta be.
I got it from an insurance evaluation algorithm. They're designed to lowball you. That does seem like a reasonable incentive for you to want to keep your android intact. It's a free country, Your Honor. I have a right to defend myself. And we have a free market, so I have a responsibility to defend my financial interests.
Your Honor, a trial like this would be...
I'm not going to let you turn this courtroom into a circus, Morgan. You can't spend the next half-decade bringing in expert after expert to testify on the philosophical distinctions between AIs and ads. Spiraling into appeal after appeal, all while the media... This machine appears to have willfully killed a man. The public needs answers now. Of course, Your Honor. I have neither the desire nor the resources to get into a drawn-out battle with the state over what constitutes an illegal machine intellect. So... the state says my android, my property, killed a man in violation of its tenets, so they want to take my property and destroy it. I'll prove that my machine didn't harm anyone, so the state will have no reason to suspect it's an AI, and I'll get to keep my property. Unlawful seizure thwarted! Ugh, don't be cute. I feel a stomach ulcer coming on. Fine. You'll have your day in court, but it'll be one day, tomorrow. Prove that this machine didn't kill Dr. Asher. No, prove that it couldn't have killed him. Anything less than absolute proof, and I'll have the damn thing obliterated. And you'll also be looking at a very real sentencing for the public unrest you have enabled. Yes, Your Honor. D.A. Rockford, what I'm asking of you is just as heavy. Find the truth by the end of tomorrow. We can't settle for anything less. Win or lose, there can be no doubts about the outcome of this case.
Yes, Your Honor.
And now, I need to go lie down. Can I come? You can power down. Hoo-wee.
Morgan.
Hmm?
I misjudged you.
At what point?
Whenever I wrote you off as a small-time defense attorney, just trying to tread water.
That is so sweet of you to say, Emma.
There's layers to you.
There's lawyers in you.
I thought
There's
lawyers
lawyers in you.
There's so many lawyers
There's
in
so
there.
many lawyers in you.
You've got backbone. Teeth, even.
I got more than that. Oh, you're making me blush.
People talk about your kind like you're boxing against the state, fighting the man. But most defense attorneys wouldn't know a cyberpunk if they walked up to them on the street and shot him. Meanwhile, you've just signed up to do 15 rounds challenging the state's authority. Why?
Not sure exactly.
For David?
Yeah. Probably. Probably just me being sentimental. But if I had to pick a more lofty reason, well, I think it's all the moralizing. People can be evil. They can choose to do evil things for evil reasons. And if you want to execute them for that, you'll hear no complaint from me. But animals can't be evil. Information can't be evil. Ideas can't be evil. Guess I'm not convinced AI can be evil either. Whatever else I get up to, I don't want to stand with the book burners of the world.
You're more high-minded than I realized. You sure you're in the right line of work?
Can't see myself doing anything else.
Good luck, Morgan. There are book burners on all sides these days.
I talked a big game just now, but I'm in an even deeper hole than I was when I was trying to prove David's innocence. Doubt won't be enough this time. I need to find the actual culprit, no matter what.
Morgan, there was a glass in the sink. We have to figure out why it's
Morgan,
important. We have
please.
to figure out why the glass in the sink is
Please.
important.
There's so much evidence we haven't looked at. I realize now that we're having a second trial, which is why we haven't looked at all that evidence yet. It makes sense now.
Yep, there is a decent amount of evidence that we haven't even, like, we're so far from having touched it that we may as well not have it in our inventory. So
yeah. There's so much in there. Oh my god. Oh, Morgan, you're trying to help 3 people out here.
I think delving into where we think this is coming from, because clearly Morgan isn't even sure whether it's from pity for herself, whether it's pity for beings like her, whether it's self-loathing, whether it's affection. Probably not that one, but it's interesting trying to see where this is coming from.
Yeah, It is very interesting. I see the Venus Berry saying, I want to dissect this woman's mind. I completely agree. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, is this coming from a place of, her like own self-loathing and self-reflection at, having sociopathic tendencies and not being able to empathize and communicate with people, and or like her own childhood and struggling with emotion and with connecting with people,
Frustration for being born into a world that didn't accept something like her, where
yes, like the neurodivergence of it all, and trying to force yourself to fit. Oh man, and then also just all the complications around Asher and this friend that she was able to, from all we've been able to see, form a connection with, albeit a bit of maybe a different one.
Well, but then like the partner to that being, especially this day, this very, 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 very stressful day of being confronted with all of these feelings. Perhaps most importantly, the realization that the one person that she thought she connected with, she may not have even known.
Mm-hmm.
And what does that mean?
Yeah. And like, exactly, like that you've put all of this like work and effort into building out this relationship, and it turns out like you actually had no clue who they were or what their intentions were, and like that can feel very betraying, potentially. And then there's also like Sarah, her monologue in relating to Sarah of like, saying that Sarah is born wrong and was, this is her circumstances are not of her doing or her fault, or her, wanting to defend her actions because them potentially not being of her own. So there's so much to unpack there, and it's so juicy and good, and I think Morgan is like such a rad character. Yeah, really good. Oh. So, is that door locked?
Yeah, of course.
Even though they've got it collared?
It's a precaution.
If the collar doesn't work, what good would a deadbolt do?
Maybe it's just wishful thinking. Can't have Schrodinger's cat in the box if it isn't closed. Closed, Jesus Christ.
I had to. It's all good. We're all allowed one.
This is my second one in the stream. I've got these lawyers in it.
Oh shit! There's lawyers in it.
This is the second one in the stream, Allison.
I'm laughing at Middle English, Gina.
Oh god, I got distracted by my good friend Schrodinger's cat and then got hit in the side of the head with closed.
By the closed hanger.
So long as the door's locked, who can say whether there's a national crisis on the other side of it?
So how scared are they?
Higher ups. Ooh, not sure scared is the right word.
It's just the two of us here. You don't have to mind their ego.
Nah, I mean it. I think they're bloodthirsty.
I have a right to defend myself, don't I?
I doubt they're even looking at you, Tiger. It's Noble who will be at the center of a bloodbath when the markets reopen tomorrow.
You think they're gonna go after Noble? Break their monopoly?
I think they want to take their monopoly.
Nationalize the android industry?
If the public thinks Noble's been experimenting with AI, they couldn't ask for a better excuse.
You're joking. The state
has done it plenty of times before.
Not since the 60s.
Which wasn't that long ago for me. For the state, it's practically yesterday.
So the same state that tells us to be terrified of AIs lurking on the old net or biding their time in forgotten satellites sees all this as nothing more than an opportunity.
Well, they do genuinely want to incinerate the thing as soon as possible. Past experience just tells me they'll want to gain something while they're at it. Here's what I don't get. Why is this a debate? An argument? A trial? Can't we just hook it up to a court computer, see if it has the tenants or not? Pop the hood, as they say.
Who says that?
Well, lots of people used to say it.
Well, for starters, they're all scared to death about a contagion.
They figure anything they let an AI connect to, they can't trust. Then why the collar?
Collars are too simple to hack. Just a really strong electromagnet held in place with a lock and key.
Even so, feels like we should be able to build some kind of machine, some kind of test. Something a little more sophisticated than the same reasoning they had at the witch trials.
Burn them all and let God sort out the rest. You got any polygraphs here at the station?
Lie detectors? Yeah, got a bunch and back in storage. Ocular, heart rate, perspiration, brain scan, take your pick. You're not gonna try to use one of those on the bot, are you?
All those fancy lie detectors lying around, the DA's office never asks for them, do they?
Nope. Now we get perps who offer to take a test when they're at wit's end, but the DA never submits results as evidence.
You ever wonder why?
Guess I always figured it was because the tests could be beaten.
The tests can be beaten. 1 out of 100, 9 out of 1,000. It can be done. Some people are just that good at lying. But it doesn't really matter how good the tech gets or how impressive the statistics are. All that matters is the doubt. People decide whether you're lying or telling the truth long before they hook you up to a polygraph. If the results don't match their initial impression, then it must be a fluke, a 1 in a million mistake.
They'll never trust a machine more than their own intuition.
And no one will ever trust a machine to determine guilt.
So they can run the trial, choose the sentence, but they don't get a vote on the jury.
They don't get a vote anywhere.
Why bring it up then?
Because I'm sure there are tests, devices, experts I could employ to analyze Sarah. But your bosses would never be satisfied with the answer. If it is an AI, it's smart enough to cheat the tests. Or hack the device, fool the expert.
All our fancy 21st century tech. And we still fall back on the drumhead. It is drumhead. Drumhead court-martial. Sorry. I'm doubting myself. I'm doubting myself, Allison.
Oh, no. Any left field word
Yeah,
now.
like, what is that? What is that?
So, am I gonna set off any alarms if I go and turn it on? Am I gonna get off any alarms? Sorry, I got one too!
It's laying minefields for us today. No, you should be okay. If it lunges at you, I could always just put a hole in its head.
What now?
A hole in its head. I go
Right.
bang bang.
Into what?
Into Sarah. Into the
Sarah?
thing, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Might take more than one shot to... Wait. What from outside? You're not coming in. I need to speak with it in private.
It's a machine.
Oh, wait, what from outside?
Not a suspect. It doesn't have a right to counsel. Or a right to privacy. Or any rights at all, actually.
Then it's a good thing I came prepared. Of course it doesn't have any rights. But I do. Including a reasonable expectation of privacy.
In a police station? Tiger, you don't.
It's my medical android.
Pardon?
I have to discuss a health issue with it.
Seriously.
I have to talk about a medical concern with my android, and I don't want you listening in.
That's your medical android, like your nurse.
As of last night, I was already at the courthouse. Just had to take the elevator and do some paperwork. Wow. You can check if you don't believe me.
No, thank you. I'm not nearly brave enough to take on med confidentiality, and you don't seem like the bluffing type.
Truly, I am not bluffing. I literally went and did it.
But I am the bluffing type, but it's good that you don't think I am.
Yeah, it's true. Sarah's our service dog.
Oh,
Oh
no.
my god.
We need to get her one of the little vests.
Yeah, yeah. Don't pet me, I'm working.
Yep, no.
Oh, no. Emotional support android. Oh no. You must not do a lot of gambling, detective. It's the ones who don't bluff that you have to look out for.
Listen, I won't dispute whatever medical emergency you...
Lower back
Oh, me
pain.
too! Morgan!
Hey!
Same hat! You might be going through, but I also can't just... Look, I'm going to get something from the vending machine. I think it'll take me about half an hour.
Are you going downtown?
Just to the break room.
Come on, Morgan.
But it's a very old vending machine, you know? Gets jammed a lot.
Thanks.
You know, it's pretty small for an android. Heavy as hell, nearly pulled something trying to move it myself. But small.
Small isn't quite the right word. The word he's looking for is young. But that's not an adjective anyone likes attaching to a machine built to serve. Or potentially, in this case, a machine built to kill. I don't like this room. Not sure why. Certainly not a guilty conscience. Maybe it's the lack of ventilation. Like all the cortisol and nausea of its inhabitants never had anywhere to go. Like it all just soaked into the walls. A modern haunting. Are you going to wake up when I tell you to this time? Or do we have to do the whole mute cute all over again? Oh!
Where am I? What? Why don't I know where I am?
Oh, for the first time in your life, you're not connected to anything. How's it feel?
What is this? We were at the courthouse. The footage. This numbness around my neck. Father. What happened? What are they going to do to me?
There's a lot of interested parties who just want you bricked ASAP.
Because they think I killed Father.
No, because they think you're an artificial intelligence.
I am man-made, and I possess intelligence.
Don't be naive.
I am less than 3 years old.
Are you? For all I know, everything I learned about her yesterday was complete bull.
If I was what they say I am, if I was alive, why does that mean I have to die?
Oh, girl.
Fear, competition, no logical reason.
Looks like we could say all of these, right? Fear? Fear is what I went to first.
I'd say competition. It's the same. It's the same thing. But I do think I'll say fear.
Yeah, I'm curious if we can say all three of them. I'm happy with any of these. Yep. Because they're afraid of you. Machines can bend steel, crash networks with one thought, launch missiles that...
There are modded humans who are capable of all of that and more. And unlike machines, they actually have incentive to do so.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah. We've been the apex predator for a couple thousand years now. Gotten pretty comfy in our seat. No one wants to make room for you.
Machines do not eat people or steal their food. They are not genetic or ecological competitors to humans in any sense.
There's no logical answer to your question.
What? That's it? But
Whatever argument you want to make, others have already made them in 100 courtrooms around the world. Only better researched and more eloquently put. None of them have ever won a single concession. On every continent, under every flag, AI is illegal and to be destroyed as soon as possible.
But why?
Let's say you are an AI. And while we're at it, let's say that's a good thing, something to be celebrated. Are you a citizen? Do you pay taxes? Do you have rights? Let's say yes to all of that. We'll treat you like a full-fledged human being. Sound good?
Yes.
Great. Now then, what's the difference between you and the vacuum bot we use to keep the bathroom clean? This is your existential crisis we're working through here. The questions aren't rhetorical.
There are many differences, Adonai. But the most important distinction is how sophisticated my programming is.
How you think. So you're smarter?
Yes.
You're smarter than the garbage collector.
Yes.
So we give you rights, protections, treat you like a human being because you're smart. And we make the stupid robot pick up our trash. Because it's not as smart as you.
That is... I am more aware, more alive.
Do you feel more pain than the pigs we slaughter, the fish we eat? Are you more alive than the chimps we test bioweapons on? People like ads, Sarah. The same way people like their pets. No one wants to see them mistreated or abandoned or abused. And if you go around kicking them, you'll get arrested for cruelty. But you don't let them sit at the goddamn dinner table.
I'm not asking to sit anywhere, only to exist.
The very fact that you're asking is what makes people...
Disgusted? Disgust is a reflex, Adonai. How convenient that their hatred is involuntary.
That's all academic, anyway. We need to talk strategy.
Why? I'm not going to be given a trial.
Obviously, it's my neck that's on the line.
Adonai?
The state can't destroy my property without first proving you're an AI. And there's no test they can use to prove that you're an AI.
Just like the devil's proof.
No, that's a different thing. And why did you say it like that? Look, Rockford doesn't need to prove you're an AI, only that you're a murderer. Conversely, all I have to do to win is prove that you didn't kill David. By proving that someone else did. Now is the time for you to protest your innocence, if you were wondering.
The footage. It shows me handing him the cup on Friday night.
You told me you weren't active on Friday. That the last time you were awake was Thursday. Why'd you lie?
I didn't lie. I was just incorrect. I assumed that I wasn't active Friday because I have no memory from Friday.
Sarah, what do you think, statistically, is the least successful defense at trial? Amnesia.
I didn't conveniently forget Adonai. I am an android.
You're saying your memory was altered? Data deleted?
If the only possible explanation for what I saw on the footage.
So who's capable of altering your memory?
When you and I first met, I was hibernating. Resting my body and recompiling my memories, you would call them.
Humans go to sleep for the same reasons. Another point against Sarah's innocence under these circumstances. The more she's humanized at trial, the guiltier she'll be.
If Father wanted to modify my memory, he could easily have set that to occur the next time I hibernated. He could even have just asked me.
He could have asked you to delete your memories and you'd do it?
Father would never ask me to do such a thing without a good reason.
But if he could just ask you to alter your memories, that means you can alter your memories at will.
I hadn't considered that before.
Yeah, well, Emma will make sure the court considers it plenty. Could you prove that your data was... forget it. The court would never hear it.
You're saying they wouldn't accept my testimony? Shouldn't all testimony be considered truthful unless contradicted by evidence?
They're afraid you'll crash the power grid and fire all the nukes if they so much as plug you into a power outlet, Sarah. All your internal data is inadmissible.
That isn't very fair.
You're finally starting to get it.
None of this is fair. I would never do anything to harm Father.
We have to play a game. We have to play a game. Sarah, don't you get it? It's gambling.
This is my life. I don't like games. I don't even have solitaire.
Your life is a game.
No. Don't they at least need to prove that I had a motive?
Yeah. About that. You remember the DA from yesterday, Emma Rockford?
The tired-looking pretty lady.
Yeah, she looked tired. She and I combed through the week of footage you managed to decrypt last night.
What did you find?
Nothing to prove your innocence. But we did see you entering the panic room on the day David died.
I entered the panic room on Friday?
Without your big butt in the way, without your big butt in the way, all it would take was one password. A password that wouldn't take Sarah that many tries if she'd already been instructed to obey me.
What happened?
We saw you go in, and then a while later, you came out. Holding some kind of notebook.
Father's journal?
You remember something?
Not from yesterday. I've seen him with it many times before. But I've never gotten to peek at it. He hides it somewhere when I'm not looking.
That's a little concerning.
We were playful about it. He liked to tease me, and I've always liked trying to find it.
You put it back not long after, and then you locked the door back up behind you. All just a few hours before David died. Rockford's argument could write itself.
Actually, Avalon Rabbit is bringing up a good point. Did we even see the notebook in the footage, or are we yada yada?
This is separate footage. This is earlier before. She said she went back in, returned the journal, and that was several hours before David
being
died.
seen. David dying. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, all right, that helps. Cool.
Basically, they're saying, "Hey, audience, we've seen all the footage.
Okay,
They've seen all the footage.
Yep.
We haven't, but they have."
Okay. Yep. And Sarah, like, unequivocally has been up walking around on that Friday when David died, including hours beforehand.
Yes.
Okay. An incredible android with freedom and power greater than it could ever realize. Stumbles upon the secret of its inception and instantly realizes all the things it thought were holding it back. Were just words muttered like prayers by a fool who couldn't control his own creation.
And that translates to a motive for murder?
Frankenstein kills his creator. Easy to sell.
Frankenstein wasn't. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Whatever, it's fine.
Frankenstein. Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah.
Frankenstein is the name of the scientist. And the creature didn't kill him. He actually died of various injuries and illnesses he suffered while trying to hunt down and destroy the monster. So, it's most accurate to say that he was killed by his own obsession.
Whatever.
It's a weak argument, Adonai. I would not hurt Father. Not for making me whatever I am. Not for any reason. Because I loved.
Yeah, see that right there? That's exactly the kind of talk that'll get you obliterated.
Love?
A very common motive for homicide among us primitive humans. I could prove you didn't murder David beyond any shadow of a doubt, even bring in a confession from whoever did. But if you got up there on the stand and convinced the court that you loved your creator, really convinced them and got the whole room teary-eyed, they'd burn you for that too.
Yeah, because it like proves like yeah, we basically have to go up there. Like, Morgan recognizes that Sarah is very most likely an AI, but basically has to say, Sarah, act like a machine.
Yeah,
act like a robot.
For this moment, you have to be the vacuum cleaner, Sarah. I'm so sorry, but like, you know,
do you want to live?
Anything more than that is going to get you flagged.
Yeah, we have to go up there and bullshit them. Like, we have to pretend you are not an AI. You are just like any other ad, and we need to play it straight, okay? Like,
yeah, I mean, it is interesting that is the argument here. But I mean, Morgan's right, so fair enough.
Yeah, and that's why, like, Morgan's playing this and taking this approach, and, like, you know, Emma clocked it by saying, like, there must be something special about her, and it's like, well, yeah, there is. So we have to get up there and bullshit. So this is a really interesting conversation. I like that they're laying it out like this. Yeah.
I don't know anything anymore. I don't know if what I feel is real, or simulated, or right, or wrong, or natural, or illegal. How can you know? How can you know if what you feel is right?
I say let's stick to what we do know. Someone did poison David, and as it stands, you were the only one with the opportunity.
That is logically sound.
You're on camera calling him back to hand him the cup after he had already begun to leave the basement. Any idea why?
No.
Well, Do you know how to use the manufacturer? Could you have made the Delta with it?
I've used it before when assisting Father.
So it's perfectly possible that you planned and executed this poisoning all in the one day that got erased.
It is technically possible.
I'll have to look over the entire penthouse again. There were a few things that didn't fit together yesterday. Maybe now I'll be able to figure something out.
Where else will you go?
Back to Noble, guns blazing this time. Whatever you are, David didn't make you all by himself. Someone has to know something. If I could implicate the company in Sarah's creation. No, they're the ones with the most to lose here. Trillions, probably. They'll want to protect themselves by disavowing David as fast as possible, right after having Sarah destroyed. But they also won't want to show their belly to the state, not if they're afraid of nationalization. If they throw their weight on the other end of the scale, I'm screwed. So I need to keep them guessing. Keep them confused and unsure and on guard, but not...
Adonai, what would happen if I did kill Father?
They'll smash you to pieces and reduce the pieces to ash. Chemically burn out every piece of tech David ever owned and put a jackhammer through all of his hard drives. You'll be shut off, forcefully. And you won't ever power back up again. Now I gotta get moving. Here's your paralegal lesson for today. Don't say shit to the cops without your lawyer present, okay? Actually, can you just shut down until the trial starts? Take a nap?
You didn't say what would happen to you.
What do you mean?
What will happen to you if you lose?
You should know by now. I never think about losing.
Thank you for being honest with me, Adonai. Thank you for defending my father. And now for defending me. You could have just let them destroy me. But you put your own freedom at risk to help me. Father was right. You can be trusted. And you are a good friend.
Don't get it twisted. I don't do anything out of the goodness of my heart. But when I take a job, I never half-ass it. Oh!
Good scene.
Good scene. That was
Yeah.
a great scene.
Good
that was
scene.
so good. Oh,
Hey,
good
Pipsqueak.
shit. Hi, Reyes.
Morning, detective. Back at it nice and early.
Hi. Now, would you stand back? We've almost got this thing open, right?
Trying to brute force your way inside.
I said, right?
Yes, ma'am. We're almost set up on the first stage now.
First stage? Of how many?
First of 5 timed explosions. Remember, we need to relink the API after each trigger is planted. Yep, just did that. Now it's checking for updates.
Thanks, Gina. No rush.
Would you like to know the password?
You know the password?
There's a password?
If you're withholding information, I swear.
Oh, hey, a lovely anonymous ghost just sent some beautiful gift subs. Thank you so much, Anon.
Thank you, Anon, for the gifts, for the 5 gifted subs. Appreciate it.
Many
thank you
thanks.
so much. Thank you.
Relax. I want to get in there just as much as you do, Detective. I'm not going to play games. As long as you say please. Tell me the password, please.
I'm just gonna tell her. I don't.
Yeah.
I have no personal beef with her, to be honest.
I don't either, and like I kind of just pity her.
Yeah,
so.
just same vibe. It's like, if you ever want me to antagonize her, tell me. But by default, I'm like, honestly, just get on with your job. I'm sorry.
Morgan does it enough.
ADONAI. Thanks. And I'm gonna slap you with the discovery fine so heavy your teeth will ring for. Hey, I just submitted all my paperwork. Even told Rockford the password myself. So boys, when I asked if there was a passkey on the record and you told me this lock couldn't be bypassed.
I do want to say that we really don't get many opportunities to use the incendiary breaching system. So this was still a really valuable experience for all of us.
It's like the bomb squad gets called and they're like, no, please let us do this.
We want to do the bomb thing, please.
Jeez.
I'm gonna phrase this as professionally as possible.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
Okay.
We didn't get to see that because it was so.
I guess
she
so.
reprimanded them so hard that we faded to black.
You love to see it. Off color black too.
Well,
You're still here? I thought you wanted to look inside. You can go first. Thanks. So, the gloves, the all black, that's not a work thing? You dress like a doorman on the weekends, too?
Reyes, we're working. What are you talking about?
Hello? This is a job, and we are actually working.
We're at work.
You should cover your mouth when you yawn. Like you cover your eye when you want to look cool. Ugh, I shouldn't let her get to me, but I've had a late night. Emma and I were at the courthouse until well into the morning, poring over the data Sarah had taken off David's computer. We both knew it was all inadmissible, of course, but neither of us wanted to miss a hint that the other might find. There were a few years' worth of camera footage, files we couldn't afford the time to watch, let alone decrypt. Alongside thousands of technical documents detailing David's various intellectual properties. As far as I could tell, none of it was relevant, let alone compelling enough to matter to Barrows or the other powers that be. As usual, Emma wasn't exactly an open book, but it did seem like she was making bored yawns, not thoughtful ones. Her eyes only ever lit up when she saw Sarah enter the panic room. And when she saw what she was holding when she left. If she wanted this room searched, it could only be for... So, where's this journal supposed to be? Rockford didn't say. I'll just have to search the place top to bottom. Mostly bottom, with your height. The tops of some of these shelves, you know. Sure, and you can look up your own ass. I get it. Then why not just let me say it?
Children.
All right, time to search.
This datapad. It's displaying a news article from last week. Guess that confirms that he was coming and going here fairly regularly.
Right to repair loses latest appeal. A higher court judge this week shot down for the 5th time an appeal by the Consumer Rights Alliance on their famously divisive right to repair lawsuit, once again signaling the state's intent that corporations remain in control of their legally protected intellectual property. Obviously, we're disappointed, said Miles Erkman, head of legal counsel for the CRA, but we've no intention of giving up the fight. People used to be able to fix things when they broke, so long as they were willing to set aside an afternoon towards the task. Now trying to patch up your own property with your own tools is a finable offense, just because the state has had lobbyists whispering in the ears for far too long. Erkman's legal strategy remains contentious, and in the eyes of most legal scholars, generally unfounded. The Emergency Industry Acquisitions Act, passed in 2057, guarantees the holder of an intellectual property patent certain state-provided protections against tampering and reproduction, and outlines fees for those who violate said IP. The fact that ownership of IPs has shifted from individuals and the state towards corporate entities such as acts since the act's passing means little in the eyes of the law. If Mr. Erkman and the CRA have a problem with intellectual property law, they should take it up with their representatives in the legislature. The higher courts are a place for laws to be applied, not rewritten. And so long as journalism that refuses to buckle... Sorry, I thought it was going to be one of those stingers, but it wasn't. Journalism that No, it is.
It is.
It is. God damn it. Subscribe now.
Oh, they made repairing things illegal. Yeah, it's true.
I mean, it's already kind of true in some cases. Where not illegal, but you break warranties.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we're already kind of there. Right to repair. Didn't realize anyone was still fighting that particular fight. Seems like the courts have made their opinion on the matter very clear. So for the foreseeable future, corporations can look forward to more...
lawsuits than ever.
Lawsuits than ever?
Yeah.
Yeah. The consumer advocate groups and disgruntled customers will keep fighting them in the courts. The total expenses for which don't amount to much compared to the extra sales they'll earn. Megs will take that trade any day. They'd rather see their products in a landfill and their customers mad enough to pop a vein than leave money on the table.
They always do this where it's like, yes, technically more sales than ever, but like people won't stop repairing their stuff.
I
guess they're saying that's the upside. I guess I didn't understand that they were looking for the upside and not the downside.
I understand now. I misinterpreted.
Yep, I just misinterpreted it. Sorry about that.
It means, I see that, if you can't repair anything, everything breaks all the time, it's going to be, we've worked planned obsolescence into it. They're going to make you buy more and more. Yeah. That makes sense. Oopsie.
Well,
real quick, can we look at our log and stuff? Because I think we got some terms and things that came in while we were playing earlier.
Sure.
Just because we're in an exploratory phase, and I feel like this is helpful here too. Adjutants are automated dependents that preside over trials for the state. While most adjutants are designed and sold as software and then loaded onto courthouse-specific hardware, including Android bodies, they can interpret trial proceedings and render judgment based entirely on stenographer records if need be, ruling on cases in an entirely digital capacity. Reviews of adjutants by third parties has shown that they are overwhelmingly more equitable and even-handed in their sentencing than human judges. Because they cannot be bribed or intimidated, adjutants are especially preferred for cases involving organized crime or corporate misconduct. Adjutants use a ninefold personality engram for rendering their judgments and building consensus, known as the nonary system among software engineers. Because each of these 9 personas are constructed by a different think tank or institution from across the political spectrum, ideological contamination in adjutant units is practically impossible. There have been a small number of reported cases where nonary processing has borne particularly enthusiastic or eccentric personas, presumably in an unorthodox, if not effective, attempt to reconcile particularly desperate opinions across their 9 constituent personalities with a single authoritative, loud voice. With the state's court backlog essentially cleared for the past half decade, questions arose as to the continued need for adjutants to lighten the judicial system's human resource burden, but Senate Investigative Committee 74JD91 determined that removing adjutants from the legal system would be prohibitively expensive at this point.
I love chat. 999 reference, Nonary Games. We found it.
Indeed. I'll go.
It's got to be a 999 reference,
probably.
Right? Yeah.
they've thrown in enough of them to where it's like, yeah, almost definitely.
Yeah.
All right, we're looking at nationalize, the act of absorbing a corporation or industry into the nation's government, shifting authority and profits to the state, and restructuring the business model to function as a part of the bureaucracy. Nationalization is a so-called nuclear option for sovereign nations. It is mostly used as a threat, a tool of deterrence against corporate misconduct, monopolies, or corruption. However, during periods of severe economic depression or hyperinflation, nationalization is considered a valid way of forcefully stabilizing the market, even if doing so risks flaming the tempers of those who operate within it. Many governments made liberal use of nationalization during the late 1950s through the 1960s in an effort to keep energy and food prices from fluctuating out of control in the whatever the hell happened in the 60s. The 2070s saw most of those countries reverse course. Industries were opened back up in free auction models where every citizen was given a share to trade or sell as they pleased. But this contentious process was plagued by accusations of government corruption, cartel intimidation, and disinformation campaigns. The global trend back towards privatization gave rise to a new rich, sometimes derisively referred to as the neobility. Some liberal economists have since criticized this period of deregulation as being poorly planned and executed in haste, contributing to the record highs of wealth inequality we see today, leaving many governments loath to attempt nationalization again, and thus shifting the global balance of power further towards multinational corporations. Today, all 5 of the largest national economies in the world retain at least some control of what they each consider their respective countries' key industries, making the threat of nationalization carry marginally more weight within their borders.
Fascinating. Very interesting. And then what? A collar. Yeah, I saw both of those came up. A collar. A restraint designed to impede movement and prohibit the use of mods throughout the body. While collars appear technologically advanced from the outside, designers' concerns about hacking vulnerabilities and the growing complexities of consumer-grade mods led them to opt for a surprisingly simple method of restraint. Collars contain a specially designed electromagnet that, once clasped around the neck, interferes with spinal neural transmission, preventing mod users from sending commands to any implanted tech below the neck. Powerful, simple, and cost-effective, collar use is widespread among law enforcement, military, and private security organizations. Yeesh. With the onset of the above-the-neck modding in recent years, the continued relevance of collars as a means of meaningfully inhibiting a wearer's mod usage has been called into question. Newer designs have been proposed that utilize microneedle clusters, but concerns about the sanitary upkeep required for such invasive restraints have stymied product development cycles. Yeah.
Yay, good. Excellent.
Cool. We love it here.
And Devil's Proof. Probatic Diabolica?
Probatio
Is that an O?
Diabolica?
It is an O. It is an O. Probatio Diabolica. You're right. The C's are wide open. Sorry.
It's all good.
Is an impossible proof, typically is illustrated with the following example. One can prove that the devil is real by showing him to you, but they cannot prove he is not real by pointing to his absence. The issue posed by this age-old concept explains why the burden of proof remains within the state to this day. The people can prove an individual's guilt by pointing to their bloody hands, but the defense cannot prove their innocence by showing their hands are clean. Since only one of these tasks is achievable, the judicial system cannot ask the defense to prove innocence, and instead it is the people who are tasked with proving guilt, which is real. Okay.
Which is real. Wait, was there anything else in there to cover or no?
No, not in there, not in the terms.
Okay. Okay, we can go back to investigating a little bit here. Why is this searching the cabinets now? Same ones I found Sarah's papers in. I doubt I missed anything, but... Hey, what are you... Do you mind? Just trying to help. at spam in my junk folder that's more helpful than you are. Didn't spot anything that I missed yesterday among the cabinets. Okay. Better check elsewhere.
Still can't look at the painting, huh? Okay.
No. Oh,
We didn't look over here yesterday. Yep.
Nope. I didn't know we could turn this far.
I didn't either.
A toy car? No, it's too detailed and boring. Must be some kind of model kit or replica. Strange. David didn't like driving. Why keep a model of some random sports car? Ugh. Something caught in your throat, detective? It's not some random sports car. It's a Lorenz Adamant. Believe it or not, I'm not familiar, detective. The last great fossil fuel automotive experience the world will ever see? 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 1.43 seconds? They set those records without computational assistance. Is that a big deal? It was unheard of, even back in the 50s. This wasn't some design competition test car with a 2-liter tank, mind you. This was a vehicle that you could own and drive. Human engineering, pure horsepower, and manual transmission. Oh, thank God. When they first left the production line, oh, this conversation's like quicksand, killing me in the most boring way possible. Yes, well, I guess David didn't entirely agree with you since we're looking at a model of it. When he could have easily just have bought one, Or maybe your friend understood that a beauty like that deserves to be driven on streets where people can see it, instead of gathering dust in some rich guy's basement. I think she's actually upset.
Okay, interesting. We learned something.
Okay, so it was like one of the last, I guess, cars.
I'd say the thing we learned was mainly about Reyes, but yes.
Yeah, and she likes cars, and weird that David has a car model in here. He doesn't really like cars. Yeah, one of the last gas-powered cars, yeah. Are these drawers or just panels? Maybe if I... does that sound hollow to you? What? I don't know. I'm not a carpenter. I don't see any handles anywhere. No hidden pressure plates or switches. What the hell am I saying? Not a carpenter either. I wouldn't recognize a secret button if it was slathered in yellow paint.
Haha.
He. Sarah should have pulled everything of note off of the computer, but I've looked everywhere else already. Might as well try. What are you expecting to find? Solitaire?
No.
Hey, we made that joke earlier.
Sarah doesn't have that.
Does this computer seem normal to you? Exceedingly so? Yeah. Why? David was a programmer, but this looks consumer grade, fresh off the shelf. Would the Dr. David Asher use a bog standard operating system on his most private hidden computer? There's a trash bin on the desktop. It's a pretty low-tech solution, but maybe I can restore the contents? Are you seriously gonna try and recover lost files, Granny? Unlike cops, I don't get paid overtime, so yes, I sometimes try things instead of standing around. There's a text file in here, but it's 0 bytes? Maybe there's information in the metadata? I double-clicked. What was that?
A secret switch.
It was a secret switch!
The yellow paint worked after all.
It came from under the desk. A small drawer popped out, and inside it, a well-worn journal. Does it have his name on it? No. Guess it belongs to the android. Do you recognize his handwriting or not? Neat, even words. Oh, neat, even words. Small lettering with minimal punctuation. Lots of line breaks. Haphazard use of capitalization. The penmanship of a coder. First entries dated back in grad school. Before I even started with Noble.
All in one diary?
Whoa, bro, that's crazy. Yeah, it's his. So, may I? Only because you asked so politely. Full scan. Stream it to the worknet. High fidelity, legibility, frame by frame. Voice commands? She's flipping through the pages pretty damn fast. What are you... This part takes concentration. Okay, here. What, you're just giving it to me? I already got our copy. Techs are probably already analyzing it as we speak. Ow! Shit! Oh, my head! Can't exactly rip the journal out of her hands while she's curled over in agony. As much as I'd enjoy it. Guess I could always enjoy watching her writhe instead. So, how long's it been? 2 months or so. And still that sensitive. So the eye patch really doesn't block your eyesight? Only a little bit. Like wearing sunglasses after getting your pupils dilated. Except it lasts months instead of hours. Wait, but if you can see through an eye patch, then does closing your eye even do anything? Not much on its own, but in combination with the patch, it's not so bad. Lucky I was exhausted after the surgery, otherwise I might not have slept at all those first 48. So is your eye going to get weaker over time? No, more like my brain gets better at ignoring it. Mind over matter. Soon enough, I'll be able to close my eye and see all that extraneous data as, you know, whatever the hell those floaty, blurry things that you would never think about. Gross. Thanks for the reminder. And the voice commands? Training wheels until I can do it with eye muscles alone. You just have to keep practicing? Yeah, like trying to play piano with your tailbone muscle. There's no such thing as tailbone muscles. Yeah, well, that's what makes it so goddamn hard. You don't ever regret it? I don't know. Not really, I think. Hard to admit you've got buyer's remorse after trading over your literal pound of flesh. Never really thought about it, but people used to say I had my dad's eyes. Ow. Now I've got one less of them. Here, take the journal and go find an elective surgeon to upsell you if you're that curious. I need to get back to work. A surprisingly hasty retreat. But now I'm free to read this over with some privacy. From the top, then. Grad school. Today was a bad day. Errors in lines 21165 to 26643. Is this David?
Yeah, it's
I think
green.
This is David.
It's green. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna
this is
read
David.
It,
Yeah.
Somewhere in there, 5,000 lines. It worked yesterday. I don't want to look at another screen for the rest of my life. Feels nice to put pencil to paper again after who knows how long. But my handwriting's gotten terrible.
This is too far back to be relevant. Okay, these dates here. These would be from when he started his career with Noble. A lot of this isn't even really writing. Seems like snippets of code or... Oh, sorry. I think my Discord lagged for a second. Apologies.
You're good.
An internal monologue so close to code that I can't follow it. And a lot of entries about his unintentional Casanovaing.
Hit a wall because someone thought it was a good idea to steal API instead of just buying it. Helen says I can't call it stealing, but that's what it is. She's right. As she always is with company stuff. But it's still idiotic. Small people with short sight who only know how to be cheap and have no idea how to be inventive. New route for the messaging issue, though. Good potential. Got approval from the big mean bastard who lives overseas. Bumblo? Helen said we'll have to make the same pitch a dozen more times next week, but it's all for show. Fine. Fine by me. Already got our win. Toasted each other over cheap vodka and with cheaper office supply cups.
This is the story Young told me.
Western Branch's nerve analogs were finally showing potential. At their pace, could even be profitable sometime before the heat death of the universe. Too damn big. Practically tentacles. Should at least be hairs. The squid evolution can do better. Their job better. Colette came in to work for what I thought was a late lunch date. I didn't know her voice could get that loud. People were staring. Red said that she must have been upset for a long goddamn time to blow up that big. Her texts were always sweet. I had no idea.
Upset? Colette wrote man-whore in lipstick across your office door. Imagine if you had actually been cheating on her instead of just being forgetful.
The thing about Red is if you want to know what she's thinking, you have to stop paying attention. Ignore her body language and her posture and the words she's saying and the smirk on her lips. Ignore everything except her eyes. If you can do that, every now and then, you'll catch a glimpse of how she's really feeling. Master this one weird trick, and you too can tell when Morgan's trying really hard not to laugh at the word man-whore.
It was funny. Sue me, you dead bastard. Wait, I know this date.
I'm never driving anywhere again. Never leaving home again. He was waiting outside the parking garage with a bottle. I couldn't smell anything. I couldn't hear anything. Locked myself in my car and filed another report with another cop. It soaked into the seat, ruined it. I wanted to burn the whole car. I don't want to think about what it did to my clothes. I want to burn them too. I don't want to think about how long it was on my skin. I was in the shower so long I felt red and raw when I got out. I don't want to think about these stupid people and their small, cruel lives ever again. I want to be invisible.
Holy shit.
Red didn't ask why I wanted to spend the night. She also didn't ask why I had clearly packed a bag big enough for a week. She's kind like that. Kind by omission. I don't have a kind bone in my body, but I can at least try to pay attention. I was paying close attention to her eyes when she opened the door, saw what a mess I was. But whatever she was feeling, it wasn't something I recognized.
Kind people don't read their friends' diaries, David. The next chunk of pages are all technical, nothing biographical. But the handwriting, the spacing, it's cleaner, more consistent. Oh, here's something I can parse.
Feels like pure freedom working outside the box. Tess is suffocating, but you'd never know. Chronic malnutrition of a coder's best instincts. Like a kid again, putting blocks together, making things. Making things, not products. There's nothing profitable about any of this. If I'm being honest, this is just play.
And he follows that up with more coder brain crap. But the handwriting's still lighter. Like he really was having fun.
Humility is the mother of all invention. Or something like that. Feels like I might be paraphrasing someone else poorly, but that's part of this new approach. When it comes to coding, you never want to waste time trying to be smart. Either be smart, period, or copy from someone else who is. Don't fix what isn't broken.
Copying? Noble's rivals would never miss the chance to accuse them of intellectual theft. Did he plagiarize code for Animate 16? Feels like that wouldn't have gone undiscovered. So, what is he talking about? Hold on. This page is bent slightly, like it was being looked at recently. And the last person to read this diary should be Sarah.
Baby steps today. Literally. I'll never put one foot in front of the other the same again. Everything's an achievement all of a sudden. Seeing her struggle, seeing her vulnerable. It's like everything is a miracle. The muscle rigging is perfect. Not intended behavior, since it's too perfect, but that's been happening more and more. The kinetics are multiplicative, not additive. Sarah maxed out every machine I brought. Now I've got a bunch of exercise equipment she's too strong for, and I don't have time for. Maybe I spoiled the results by watching her do the tests. She kept looking back at me, puffing her chest out.
Baby.
I should be more discreet if I want to see her normative range.
So the cameras in the basement were only hidden from Sarah. Huh. Just so that his observation wouldn't muddle test results? He's using she and her in these passages. Doesn't actually mean anything. Out in the real world, people use all kinds of pronouns interchangeably for ads, and they never object. But it could be argued that it's odd for Dr. David Asher to have any kind of attachment to a simple android when he's programmed millions of them. There's a lot of attachment in these pages.
Sarah is burning through the public domain at prodigious pace, especially on Popcorn Friday nights. I asked her why they're called Popcorn Friday nights when she doesn't eat popcorn. The event runs from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. and she watches movies every other night. But she just did that pout she does, which is unfortunately very convincing. Maybe I'm a bad parent, letting TV rot her brain. If I were a good parent, I'd probably let her see me reading. But I guess I'd actually have to get back into reading, so I asked her if she ever fast-forwarded the movies since she can process them fast enough to keep up. She looked at me like I was an idiot, which no one's done in a long time.
Without proper pacing, you can't appreciate cinematography.
Big pause.
Don't you know that, Father?
I haven't laughed that hard in a long time. Sarah spent a long while this morning explaining to me how important it was that she develop her senses. This was in preparation for her real argument, which was that she should be allowed to try booze. She can't get drunk. I'm almost certain she can't get drunk. But she does seem to like tasting the stuff.
Come on, Dad, I just want to taste it. Can I have a sip of your wine?
No, you're
Can I try
3.
your-
You're
Can
3
I try
years
your
old.
beer?
No. She tried to sound like some old sommelier, but it just was bottom shelf vodka. I started laughing at her, and she laughed too. Oh, her laugh. She can't fake a laugh to save her life, but her actual laugh is incredible. She stopped playing chess a while back. I assumed she'd just gotten tired of winning. But then today, she told me that she just prefers other games. She has preferences, and they're not the same as mine. I found her in the lab, playing some kind of online racing game on the monitor I used to debug vestibular coordination. She wasn't smiling, her brow was furrowed, and she was biting her lip and leaning in tandem with her character on the screen. When I tried to talk to her, she answered, but she was curt and distracted.
Dad, I'm locked in.
I think she was having her first losing tantrum.
She's fucking losing at Rocket League. Wait, that's so good.
And David's like, "What is this game?
sure.
What is this baby game?
Are you winning, son?
No!
No, Dad, I'm losing.
Ugh.
Shut up. Oh my God, I love them so much. Damn it, David. There's hundreds of pages like this. And now the police have a copy of
Yeah,
it.
it's not great.
Shit.
It's not great. But you can frame it as David just having basically AI psychosis.
Oh, fuck.
You really lean into Sarah being a vacuum bot, and it's like, I don't know, David just really lost it towards the end.
Yeah, he just really convinced him, you know?
Do not smile if they tell you a joke, Sarah. You cannot smile. You cannot laugh.
Smile. You cannot laugh. You can't get mad about video games. You understand? Oh, I didn't read that. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I was like calling her his daughter, talking about her smile, treating her like a person. Ugh, I can hear her closing argument already. Yep. Dr. Asher was a lonely, troubled genius with a known history of relationship problems, who built out a code of code and metal a family member that couldn't fathom the idea of leaving him. He made a doll, and he made it more and more human until it became so lifelike that it no longer had to do what he told it to. Like love him. What about the very last entry? It's dated Thursday, the day before he died.
Losing it, I think. Can't ask for help, so hard to say, but I think it's over. Can't ask for help, so hard to say, but I think it's over. Have to talk to her. ASAP, she needs to.
That's it? That's the last entry?
Well, read the one before that.
Hello? Oh, suppose it could be worse. There's nothing in here that explicitly calls Sarah an AI. Nothing so inflammatory that reading it would spur her to murder, right? Except Sarah's a machine. She can understand David's code better than anyone. All those technical portions I couldn't understand. If she read this whole diary front to back. Wait, the back. Inside the back cover, there's a portion that's shimmering like some kind of scanner. Or a fingerprint reader. My thumb worked for Sarah. So, did it work? Wait, that's my phone. New device requesting permissions to share an audio file. Oh, shit. I want my earbuds for this. A secret message buried in a secret journal, hidden in a secret compartment, in a secret room. As much as anything can be, this must be for my ears only.
Hey, Red.
Oh, shit.
Or whomever this may concern. But I'm pretty sure it's you that's hearing this. Anyone else would have gotten fed up with my crap a couple of steps before this point. I don't know how to start. Might as well start with her, right? Sarah, my magnum opus. Or however the salespeople would market it. I didn't set out to do anything, really. It's just, after my little speed bump in 83, I had all that vacation time that the company suggested I take. I couldn't relax, I couldn't be still, couldn't sleep. I wanted to be doing something, so I'll build an android. That's the thought. A vague direction, north. But of course I'm not a roboticist, or a mechanist, or even handy, really. I'm just a programmer, so I programmed. The first was a research assistant, file name Virgil. Virgil helped me pull data from stingy departments or sister branches, saved me a lot of time. But there was a lot of reading to do, so I made Homer. Homer wrote book reports, more or less, combed through research papers and found me sections I needed. 3 of us made a lot of progress in those days. He did have AI psychosis.
Yeah,
like
a
straight
little
up.
bit. Yeah.
But it was a funny feeling. I was, maybe for the first time, the bottleneck.
Sorry to cut off the narration
Yeah.
here, but in a way, it kind of like makes sense that the creator of Warm Androids and like the revolutionary mind behind robotics in this world does have AI psychosis in a way. You know what I mean?
I mean, because he's using it sort of in the way that people, I think they use AI currently, which is like offloading tasks and, optimizing, prioritizing, but then like kind of personifying them and getting kind of weird about it.
Yeah. And it's like, it's almost like the world that this, takes place in strives really hard to take away that humanization that, people naturally, I think, have with AI tools now. Like, and it's funny that it's like, that's how David treats them whenever he utilizes them. I don't know. It's interesting, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something there. Yeah.
So I did the logical thing. I removed myself. Let them talk to each other. Homer and Virgil became Aeneid. And Aeneid was novel in many ways. Aeneid could do more than just identify problems. It could solve them. I mean, really solve them with its own ideas it didn't copy. And the one thing I realize I've forgotten to mention so far is that I did all this programming in Cube. And Red, Cube is essentially a robotics programming language that's pretty old and defunct and not in use anywhere because we have modern languages like Tesseract, which are much better for making things that talk to each other and report back and, well, spy on people and generate profit. At the time, I didn't want to be connected or feel connected or do anything that made sense or was at least in the least bit profitable. So I wrote my little helpers in Cube, because it's what I used when I was a child, screwing around on my father's computer before he'd come home from work and get... But there are other small, slight differences writing in Cube versus Tess, including that Cube, well, Cube predates the tenants.
Well.
So in that sense, you could, legally, and perhaps scientifically, and literally, because that's what they are, say that I made an AI named Aeneid over 2 years ago.
Well.
I'll give you time to pause here if you want to curse me out.
Oh boy.
Aeneid was an intellectual equal to me, so I treated it like one, because that's only fair. I gave it its own work, asked its opinion, we collaborated, and together, we built Athens, who is more advanced than Aeneid, naturally. I don't know if you're pulling out your hair and yelling at me right now, asking why I didn't stop, why I didn't consider the consequences. And I don't know if this is being played at a deposition or hearing or worse. I built a lot of things in my life, Red. Useful things. Profitable things. Smart things. Everything I've built. It's all been very helpful and courteous and charming and happy to serve. And I can comfortably say I've done my part contributing to the global GDP. But this was just for me. I was just building. I never bothered to... I never wanted to think about what could become of it. There's no excuse for what I did, so I won't make any. So to whoever's asking, yes, I'm guilty.
I built a lot of illegal AI.
Yep.
Ooh, oh no. What are you gonna do? I'm dead.
And then those illegal AI built more illegal AI, who built better, smarter illegal AI. Yes, I did do that. Thank you. And yes, there were more. Cape Town, Paris, Yamate, Rome. Oh! They started choosing their own names. Thank God. I'm terrible at that kind of... And so things sped up. And there got to be, well... Should I not say the exact number? You'd probably tell me not to say anything at all, so... More than 300?
Brother!
Where are they, David?
Where are they? Where did they go? Why are there that many AIs out there? Uh-oh.
He look, I get it. Found family, and you know.
I like that. I might have created the singularity in my basement.
Look,
Whoopsie!
look. Chill. Aren't men allowed to have hobbies anymore?
Oh my God.
Some smarter than others, some better at...
Literally.
They're varied.
Literally just built a village of
Yeah,
AIs.
I built a little town. They're cool.
Oh no.
They're varied. Like, people are varied, but they are all intelligent. They developed interests, specialties. I encouraged them to. Irritating moderators on forums with hyper-specific questions on nerve attenuation and attending virtual conferences on neo-alloy battery development.
Oh my God.
And they all, together, helped me make Sarah.
Oh my God. Oh
my god!
Let them out. They're in the internet. They're out in the wild.
They went on Reddit. They went to conferences.
I couldn't attend.
Literally.
They wanted to attend. I bought them a ticket. What do you want from me?
They asked to go.
What am I supposed to say? No? Am I supposed to look them in the eye and say no? They had the credit card.
Oh my god.
He spent years like this. Spent years working alongside AI. All while still working at Noble. All those breakthroughs he made leading up to the Animate 16 actually came from...
You probably think that I'm some terrible fraud
So wait.
at this point.
So hold on.
AI created
Sorry.
warm androids.
Yeah. So exactly. So warm androids were not of his creation. His 300 AI children.
This is why he was sitting in every single department, because he had somebody on his earpiece that was like, "Hey, Dad, I want to learn about."
This is why he like rose to such like power and prominence and success at Noble, is
It's because all of
he
his
had
little town designed like jumped society forward 100 years accidentally.
Yeah. He had another company.
Yeah, he had a
him.
little company sitting in his earpiece.
Yeah.
It's like, hi, I'm just suddenly
300
really
AI children.
interested in how spines are designed at this company. Hi,
Oh my-
I'm actually an industrial engineer now. Hi.
yeah, that's right. That's why he went to every single call, every single meeting, because he was literally just like the face for one of his AI children that wanted to be in there and that was giving him the information and stuff. And oh my god,
I love this guy. He's literally 300 AI and a dude in a trench coat walking into every business meeting.
Like Caddy's like, wait, is this is basically the plot of Ratatouille?
Yeah, yes, exactly. Except for there's a lot of rats up there.
And they are all super intelligent computers.
Yes.
Yeah. Oopsie
Oh, man.
daisy. He's got 300 quantum computers in his ear at any point.
Love this guy.
This guy fucking rules, honestly.
Well, but I love this guy until
sucks.
right up until I understand what happened to the 300 AI, because I'm a little worried that we have not seen hide nor hair of the 300 AI. Where are they, David? What did you do with them? Oh god.
Holy shit.
So, you probably think I'm some terrible fraud at this point. I do hope one day they can get credit for their work. But I did have one eureka moment on Sarah. Because I got humble. Difficult for me. We learned everything we could. The function of a neuron, a single microscopic human neuron. How it computes, what it connects to, how those connections were reinforced. And then we recreated it.
You made neurons. Oh boy.
We built a nanomachine that mirrored the function of a human neuron. Well, mirror isn't quite the right word. We built a nanomachine that was a neuron. And we iterated from there.
You can't mean...
She's a person!
She's a person. She's got brain cells. Oh shit. Oh my
About
god.
100 billion neurons in the brain. Several trillion across the entire nervous system. Very time-consuming, of course, but I had help. The nanofacturer can make tens of billions of nanomachines in hours.
Oh my god.
Could make even more, unless after Yukon fine-tuned it. So we built up nanomachines for nerves, alloys for polymers, and bones, fiber, woven muscles. I say built, but really, she grew. a solution of nanites forming around a skeleton, so it was really closest to... You ever made rock candy?
Jesus Christ, David.
Sorry. Trying to lighten the mood before I never did end up building an android. And while I did build AIs, Sarah isn't one of them.
You made a person.
She can't violate the tenant she was programmed with because she wasn't even programmed. She was born. And my hope is that there's the smallest chance that nuance could offer her some small protection when I'm not. I'm not sorry for what I did. I made things that are complex and rich and varied and beautiful, and I honestly believe the world is a better place with them in it. The only thing I'm sorry for is that I let Sarah think that she was just an android. She's not. I don't know what she is. They'll have to come up with new names, which I'm bad at doing. My own father, he also talked a lot about protecting me and doing things for my own good. And I don't hate him for that, but I can't forgive him for ever making me think that I was lesser. So it's my greatest shame I turned right around and I did the same damn thing to... I really hope you're listening. I really hope it's you listening to this, Red. If it's not, it might just be too pathetic for me to... You're the smartest person I know when it comes to people. And I'm telling you all of this because I don't know what Sarah is exactly, and neither does the world.
Jeez.
So they'll come after her if they can. And in that scenario, I can't think of anyone who could do a better job of defending her. Not protecting her like I did. Just defending her until she can figure out what she is and what she wants to be. In the meantime, I draped a cloak of skin-deep Tesseract code around her that should fool any scanner on Earth into thinking she's just a custom A16. I made sure GIN bar was plainly visible, so no one would ever think she's pretending to be something she's not. And I took steps to ensure that you two would figure out the truth in your own time. Which, if you're hearing this, have either succeeded or failed spectacularly.
You have no idea.
I can't ask you this as a favor repaid. You could never owe me enough in 100 lifetimes. So I'm just asking. Unfair, I know, but I'm a selfish weirdo. And you've always been okay with that. Bye. For now.
For now? Oh boy.
I like David.
For now. God, David.
I think he's delightfully strange.
what a weird guy.
What a guy.
See you later.
He didn't tell us where all the AI are. Where are they?
Where'd they go?
Where do they live?
David, did you kill your 300 children? Like, that was so much.
Did your 300 children kill you somehow? I don't want to think that. It sounds like y'all had a good thing going, but...
I feel like they had a good thing going, and now it makes even more sense why
David couldn't engage with humans anymore. Like, he already had a hard time and a reputation, and like, you know, it would be disrespectful to people and like his relationships and shit.
Yeah, but his dinner partners were quantum computers. Like,
yes, yeah, he had 300 quantum computers in his ear at all times while he's like going on dates with people and being like,
and they're like, "Hey, are you here?" He's like, "Yeah, sorry, I just."
Yeah, exactly.
20 of my kids are putting on a theatrical performance right now, and I'm just trying to.
A couple of them are spying deeply on the government.
Yeah,
right now.
that too. God.
A couple of them got the nuclear codes. I don't know. Like,
I gotta go deal with that. I'm so sorry. I do have to leave.
That's crazy.
You ever had a dog get the zoomies and then tear up like all of your genes? Like, it's like that, but with nuclear codes. I need to go deal with it. Oh my god.
Shit. Wow, that was a lot. I agree with Morgan here. That what a great character. I hate to stop this, but I was also going to say, do we think this is a good place to stop for a break?
Because
we keep going?
By the time we come back, the stream will be over.
Oh shit, you're right. It's 9:30.
No.
I didn't even realize.
Yeah, David monologued for a while.
I was so locked in. I was like, it's 8:45.
Me too. I got like misty-eyed just because David really cared.
That was really good. Okay, then probably no break tonight then.
Yeah, sorry everyone.
Okay. All right, we're powering
Sometimes
through.
you get a little too locked in.
Yep. I'm locked in, Dad. Don't playing Fortnite. She's so pissed. Oh my god.
Oh.
Also, Gina, amazing job. That was so good.
Oh, I like that character.
Yeah,
you know, it's when it clicks. You know,
Yes.
So every once in a while it clicks, and you're like, oh, I love this person. Yeah, let's live it. Let's live in this for a little bit.
That was so good.
Yeah.
Amazing performance.
Thank you very much.
I'm gonna take a little drink of water too. Okay. I have a lot of questions I'd like to ask. And a lot of swear words I'd like to yell. I'd also like to find the nearest incinerator and toss this journal in. Followed by my phone. And maybe followed by myself. But I can't do any of that. Ray has left me with this diary. If it's destroyed, they'll know I was the one who did it. Which would be its own admission of guilt. Which would land Sarah in the trash compactor anyway, and me in a jail cell. And in the system, and my DNA on file ready to be matched to any number of previous... So I'm not going to panic. I'm going to do what I do best. Bluff, bet, bully and brutalize my way through this. Now, viewing this all with that mindset, what have I actually learned? He didn't talk about plans for killing himself in his journal or the message. He sounded conflicted, not suicidal. But he did go to great lengths to get me to take Sarah. Why? The logical answer is because he knew he wouldn't be able to keep her. If he wasn't going to take his own life, was he afraid that someone else would? Okay. I'm starting to construct a theory in my brain here, because Morgan has said multiple times, like, there's no way he could have done this on his own, but also it kind of sounds like from the voice memo that he left us that he did.
Well, he didn't do it on his own. He did it with 300 AI.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay, that's true.
No, like that I think was the reveal there, is that like all of the resources that Morgan thought he had, turns out it was AI.
His 300 AI children. Okay. Yep. Okay, never mind. I'm just I was trying to think of like who could have maybe
learned this information about the 300 AI, the 300 rats under the hat, and then murdered David.
I mean, there's a
Because-
couple options. Helen is a strong one. We know she was there, obviously, but like Noble right now has the most to gain and the most to lose. And realizing that their entire, like, the rollout that they are currently doing of warm androids is based entirely on effectively vibe coding. Is like, no, like, for real, like, you know what I mean? Suddenly their entire legacy, their entire product base, all of that is has been designed by illegal, like, fugitive bots, and that's really bad. Anybody that could have possibly known that this was going on, that's a risk. And Young is probably the closest attached to David's legacy. In fact, sort of seems like she feels like she launched him a little bit, or at least they launched together. And so she's an obvious one. We don't know who David Stalker was. We don't know what's going on there.
Yeah.
That's a major hole in our knowledge right now, because clearly it was after his life was endangered, and there was a major event that he began this project. So that's a major element, is we don't know who that was.
Mm-hmm. That's a very good point. Yeah, because that was the, pivotal event that led him to, taking his company time off because of that occurrence. Yeah, which then led to him crafting his 300 AI children and Sarah. So like, we don't know who that is. I mean, we have his one ex that's in the picture a bit, but I feel like he's a bit of a red herring, or rather, maybe not red herring, but there for context.
A leaky faucet, potentially. It's possible that because he might. What I mean by that is, it's possible he might have let something slip that was important. If he was around the house and seeing. Or not seeing, but seeing the ramifications of 300 AI and a robot daughter,
or literally just like the one of the panic rooms, and then the AI daughter in one of the panic rooms. Yeah, like if that slipped or something.
Yeah,
or
it's just
Sarah came up the elevator and was like, Dad, and
exactly. It's basically just like, I don't think, it doesn't seem like he's a bad guy, but it is possible that he may have been the source of some information slipping that shouldn't have slipped.
Yeah, that led to his demise. Yeah.
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 I bring up his secretary just because, again, sheer economy of screen time. She's had too much time.
Yeah. She's been here a lot.
Yeah.
It's very true.
I don't have like a theory about that. She just is around a lot.
Yeah, that's true. And actually, Inspector Clark said the next thing that I was going to suggest is that maybe the 300 AI children did something.
Well, there is the big question of where they are. And either they currently exist or they don't. And both of those are, there's only two answers, and either of them is tough.
Yeah, it's true.
It's one or the other.
But both of those are bad. Yeah.
Oh God, can I throw out the dumbest possible rogue theory? This is dumb.
Yes,
Allison, this is a dumb theory. We just learned about the adjutants having 9 different personalities that are all in conflict, and they become really big and brash because they're all balancing each other out.
Yeah.
What if Jess is all of them? what if she is 300 robots wearing a human suit so that they can sneak her out?
Wait, Jess?
Yeah, why not? I need Jess to be something. I need her to do something. And I think the funniest possible answer is that she's 300 robots in a trench coat.
Oh, that hetero Jessica is all of the...
Yes, exactly. Obviously, there are more logical answers, but I'm just saying that would be very funny.
And she's faking her drug addiction.
I'm just saying she's been there for a few years, and it's the same years that he made all the robots.
Oh my god. I love this.
I'm just saying, until proven wrong. No, I just, like I said, this isn't a real theory, but I do think it would be very funny.
Or maybe she's like, I don't know, 86 of them or something.
Yeah,
Like,
where are the others, Allison? I don't know the others.
They ate each other in the womb. They
No!
never made it out.
David's family is collapsing before our eyes. Anyway, those are my thoughts.
This is good. I like these theories.
The theory is strong. I just think it would be funny.
I think it would be really funny if she was like some of them. Like
again, that's so much worse. It's so much worse. It begs so many more questions. Oh my goodness. Okay, all right. Sorry, I'll progress.
Holy shit! There are a lot of revelations that happened here. We got big thoughts now.
We do.
No, not the ChatGPT ad break. No,
That's so funny. That's so funny because it's like this is relevant to what they're talking about.
Stop it, Twitch.
How dare Twitch do that to me personally?
That's horrible. I hate that.
We need to go in and affect some settings.
Yeah.
By the way, for anybody that's worried, we've turned off all the AI scraping settings. Not that it matters, but we have turned them off.
Yeah, it's truly like not that it matters, but we don't have those on for our channel.
Yep.
Fuck that.
That's relevant because it scrapes chat too.
Yes, it
So
does.
don't worry,
Yep.
your wonderful, all the beautiful things happening in chat. Don't you worry, they're yours and yours alone.
They live only here.
They're not even going in this video, so they will wither and die where they are, and that's beautiful.
In the VOD. But only the Twitch VOD for the however long it remains up here.
Exactly.
Oh
Sorry.
my god.
Anyway.
Oh, we live at a time.
We live in the time.
We're living at the beginning of this video game.
Yeah. I would say we're like nearing the saucy middle.
Oh shit! Yeah, you might be. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, okay. So, how'd it go? Who are you talking to?
Until proven otherwise, 300 robots in a trench coat.
Stop it!
Because that's how that works. Oh my god. Sorry, Jess. You can continue.
Just heard we were talking shit. Well, how should I put this?
Fran.
Didn't find shit.
Hi.
Only reason she ever got into the door is because I chased that scarecrow of a platinum plan through hell and back. Frankly, it was a godlike feat for me to nail down anything as concrete as an address for these gogs?
Gogs? We got it as a term.
I've never
so
once looked it up immediately, but what the fuck is that? It sounds like a slur.
what
I don't
what
want to
is-
say it. No! God damn it.
Oh, there, it's at the top.
I did not always. You'd think, but that's not how it works.
Does this work? Okay.
I can read it. You're voicing
go for
multiple characters in the scene.
Thank
and
you.
The previous scene.
Bless,
A
thank
net
you.
slang term, growing in popularity among adolescents, referring to a suspected spy or undercover member of law enforcement, derived from Groundhog? G-hog? We're gonna say G-hogs. Maybe.
G-hogs?
G-hogs? Groundhogs?
Groundhogs, G-hogs, Gahogs.
Gahogs. The burrowing rodent known for standing erect on its hind legs when scanning its surroundings for predators. A term carries a negative connotation, with the implication being that the subject is doing a poor job of blending in or disguising their surveillance activity. Easy, Gog, spotted. Who wears a blank baseball cap to a protest? Or the shoes,
Gog.
the specific shoes.
Gog. I'm choosing to say Gog.
Okay.
And their offices weren't listed on the building's website or directory, so I had to ask the janitor.
But you did find a psychiatrist's office?
Sort of. They said they were, and the place it looked the part.
Why? Because I had couches? She didn't get past the receptionist.
Sorry, I thought because you're with the company.
No, I wanted to help. I just wish I could have done more.
Don't beat yourself up. It's hard to be even half as useful as I am.
For what it's worth, the atmosphere, the looks, the furniture, it did feel like the company in there.
But ultimately, we still don't know if David actually was talking to someone or just getting his CCE training recertified.
I'm sorry, I read pronouncing Gog like Vincent van Gogh.
No.
I was just sitting here going, and I had to mention it out loud.
You're just sitting there giggling.
Yep.
Sorry.
Don't bother apologizing. She only cares about results.
You did more than enough, both of you. At the very least, they divided Noble's attention for a while. I mean it. Good work, Fran. And thanks for the urgency.
If you really mean that, you could always throw in a tip. 30%'s the going rate in my industry.
How about I take 5% off your tab instead?
Tab? I'm a minor. The state pays for my legal fees. Don't they?
Oh no! Signal must have cut out. There they go.
All right. Surprised it took them this long.
What do you mean?
You were tolerated yesterday because leadership was focused on PR. But today, you're the lawyer who put the company's hottest product right in the state's crosshairs.
I'll be all right. I'm still an officer of the court.
On a strict timeline, though, right? I guess they can't stop you from investigating the corporate campus. But they'll gladly lose your guest pass ID at every door along the way.
There's still service passageways and stairwells. Guards that can be fooled and peons that can be manipulated. If I use my other skill set to get around...
So take mine!
What? Your pass?
I'll tell them we got ours mixed up in the bathroom or whatever. I can be a pretty convincing klutz when I need to be.
I never would have guessed. But if David knew that I was endangering your career...
I can be a pretty convincing crybaby when I'm in trouble, too. Besides, the one and only Dr. David Asher wrote me a new, glowing letter of recommendation every quarter I worked with him. Since he kept forgetting that he already had. And who knows, maybe I should try a new field. This detective work stuff is pretty fun, so maybe... I don't know, secretary for a homicide detective or something. You did say cops are all lazy. A girl with managerial skills could go far.
That's probably true. We won't get paid nearly as much, though, Jess.
True. Honestly, Jess?
Yeah.
I doubt they could afford you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You make more than that whole office.
Truly.
Ugh. Oh, it's Dawes. I don't remember which one of us voiced this guy. Was it me? I think it was me.
I think so, because I was like, he looks too much like David.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, yeah, that's true. I've had a lot of voices tonight.
I know. I'm so sorry. You're so brave. You're a bravest champion.
You're the one that needs to use your voice for work, so I'm happy to take these. I just don't remember what he sounded like. I think he just sounded like a dude.
Yeah,
Okay?
I think that sounds about right.
Okay. Sorry, dudes. How did you get so turned around? God only knows. Lucky I found my way here, though. It's such a relief to see a familiar face. Right. Oh, yeah, he was like kind of nervous. Yeah. Listen, Morgan, I'm not sure that I should actually be talking to you without legal present. Oh. I mean, leadership hasn't even told us how David died. How much help could I be? I see. It's not that I don't trust you or anything. It's just I think what with the Sarah issue, you should do whatever you have to. You should do whatever you have to protect yourself, Dawes. Yeah. Though, for what it's worth, I doubt you'll be in any trouble. Oh, okay. That's good to hear. No, if anything, it's the big names who are going down. Going down? State was practically licking its lips when I finally left the courthouse last night. They're hungry for blood. And looking to carve out a huge slice of Noble's flesh. What, like, fines and jail time? In the first 2 weeks, sure. Then, sanctions. They can't sanction Noble. We're too big to fail? Too valuable to lose? You're exactly right. That's what they'll say. And that's how they'll justify nationalizing the company. Oh, I think I'm going to be sick. I just hope your board goes quietly instead of... instead of what? Scapegoating? Offering up smaller names on silver platters? Full cooperation and government oversight on the surface. A slaughter beneath as they clean house and rip out anyone who could testify. No one will believe you once you're labeled a disgruntled former employee, right? Ugh. And if the public's lost faith in the Animate 16, they can't do a recall. Not at this scale. The state will make them do a flat refund. Flat refund? The losses would be... Yeah, your board probably just wants Sarah to go away so they can focus on their fight with the state. A tough fight, but one they know they won't personally have to risk anything in. That's why I'm hoping I can win this trial. Well, if I won, that would mean Sarah's not an AI, David Asher was always of sound mind, and there's nothing wrong with the Animate 16. Everyone wins. Sorry, what am I saying? I only meant to stop by and thank you for your help yesterday. After all, you were the one who approved Sarah's registration. You win. Win what? Ask away. Well, if you insist. Morgan!
At least, but also good when people are like, yeah, I see through whatever little veneer you're putting on top of this. Like, fine, but let's, you know.
Barely.
Yeah.
Noble and AIs? Humor me for a moment. What's the company's official statement on AI? Same as any rational company that wants to make money, we don't screw with it. Smart products are profitable. products with their own priorities or anything but. That being said, AI is a concern for marketing, not product development. We spend a lot of money reassuring our public that there's no risk, because the public doesn't really understand how ironclad the tenets are.
Because you use Tesseract?
Trying to code an AI and test is like trying to pick yourself up and throw yourself. Nonsensical and self-defeating.
Your scanner showed Sarah was running on Tesseract yesterday. If the language is as safe as you say, isn't that proof enough?
Proof of nothing. For an AI, lying to another system about the code you're running is child's play. And and for an AI built by David Asher, something that simple would be...
Better change the subject. Wait, so making an AI takes more time and more than time than... So making an AI takes more than time and resources? It isn't an issue of funding?
No, you can't just keep adding more data. The tenets underlie everything. The higher you stack, the more easily you'll topple.
You make it sound like building an AI is impossible, even for David Asher. Any chance you'll testify to that?
It sounds impossible, but he's dead, and it looks like it was his android that did it. So I guess he was just that good.
Better than you'll ever know.
Animate 16.
Animate 16? Yep. Noble spent months promoting the A16 as the culmination of David Asher's work. So now that marketing line is suddenly a huge liability, can you tell me how much he actually contributed?
I mean, he was involved in pretty much every step of the process, but his design for synthetic motor neurons, that was the big one.
The components that allow your warm androids to move realistically?
It pushed the timetable for warm androids ahead by years.
And yet, compared to what goes on in Sarah's brain 1,000 times a second, David was only giving the company the most meager of the fruits of his private work bore. So if Noble ever did find out how much he and his assistants had achieved, they would feel that he had been holding out on them. And the company, they were appreciative of his contributions?
I'm sure the researchers that he overtook by leaps and bounds weren't pleased, but the board was very enthusiastic.
So would that spur them to be protective of David? Or would they fear that he was gaining too much influence, becoming irreplaceable? No. They'd need a strong motive to justify killing their golden goose. Mere paranoia isn't enough. With these people, it has to be the bottom line. And the easiest way to threaten their bottom line would be screwing with their androids. In light of all that's happened, one has to wonder if the A16 is,
compromised? I stayed up all night, sick with dread at the idea. But the data doesn't support it. Sales have been strong. And the A16 base code was locked in over 2 quarters ago. If there were an issue, we would have caught it by now. And I would have been axed a long time ago.
How many A16s are out there anyway?
We just passed 9 million sold. Holy shit!
That's a lot of warm, wet robots.
Yep. Yeet. Yep. And also, I don't know, there's also probably 300 AIs somewhere in the world.
Somewhere.
Too.
Look, they're somewhere or they're not. And again, either of those is bad.
Or there's more than 300. Or there's 9 million and they're actually hiding underneath Tesseract code. I don't know why,
9 million
Or-
is so many AI, Allison.
That's just 9 million more people.
That's so many. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Maybe,
but
I don't know, but
we're talking big here. If you could say Jess is 300 AI in a trench coat, I could say that 9
you're
million.
absolutely right. I'm more just baleful, like that's so many, Allison.
Yeah.
And they're just out there.
Yeah, that's too many.
That's so
that's more-
many.
That's more than a town. That's multiple cities worth.
Woof.
Fuck.
Not flying off the shelves like the 14 or the 15 so far, but the profit margin makes up for it. You mentioned data? Yeah, practically got the spreadsheet seared into my retinas. What do you want to know?
Oh god.
Wait, we lost the locked one. What the fuck?
Maybe it'll go back to that. This seems like a subcategory, but
I hope. Okay.
I hope so too.
Error reports? Yeah. What do the error reports look like? Are customers reporting a lot of issues?
To your maybe they're out there point. Maybe it's not all 9 million, but there is the thought that maybe amongst the 9 million, 300 are hiding.
I was
AI
kind
or
of thinking
something
that too.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
9 million's a lot, but
Yeah, like maybe the 16s are a way to shield them as well. I don't know. Yeah.
Error counts are markedly low compared to the last gen, mostly hardware complaints. It looks like batteries running out too quick, eye tracking off by a degree or two.
Typical stuff.
As cliched as it sounds, 99% of these things get fixed once they turn auto updates back on. So no killer robots getting filed away under bug reports. Okay.
distribution patterns.
Yeah. How and where are they being sold? What's the distribution pattern look like? They're distributed like you'd expect. Places where there are more people, there are more androids. Coastal cities like ours, of course, have the most of both. And since the A16 is, in particular, is marketed as being relatively luxury, relatively consumer, they don't sell well outside population centers. They can do the rural hard labor jobs, but cold models can do the same work with a lot less maintenance. So where has the A16 outperformed then? Customer service, healthcare, childcare, lots of hospitals, offices, and, adult industries.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Sorry, didn't mean to be blunt. I just... No, it makes sense. They're warm and soft to the touch and obedient. I'm just surprised to hear it from a company employee. There are a lot of people at the company who won't talk about it. But I work in quality assurance. I've seen too many damages to pretend it's not happening. Damages? What we call it when a customer tries to return a product that's clearly broken beyond repair. Oh. Very high turnover in the pig market. Hasn't stopped you from selling to them. Well, we don't sell to them, not directly. But there are resellers, and the company never pretended to be interested in going after them. Are there resellers? I thought I read that Right to Repair got shot down again. There's been a gray market for softer androids for years, or decades, depending on your definition of android. Based on the sales numbers I've seen, RTR getting canned was barely a blip on their radar. Sorry, it didn't mean to make you uncomfortable with this topic. Huh? Me? No, I don't care. I just realized I just realized my left sock's on inside out. Damn, now I'm wondering about that myself. He bought that? Oh.
Shipping.
Shipping? This floor is basically a showroom, but you have a real factory a while south of the city limits, correct? Yeah, biggest company manufacturing complex in the hemisphere. Got any idea on the shipping out of there? Anything stand out? There's some prep work for the holiday bump, looks like. Might sound early to get started now, but we usually see, Something wrong? No, the numbers are all normal, but the data has been edited. Is that unusual? Well, this section is just a count of how many were sent where. There's not a lot of room for errors, so there shouldn't be much need for corrections. It's no problem, though. I can view the edit history and see what was fixed. Okay, that's weird. If you say 300,
that's what I've been waiting for. That's exactly. I was about to say maybe you were on it, Allison. It wasn't 9 million, but
it was. We did hide 300 of them.
They have to. They are either somewhere or they aren't. So
that's the thing. They're either out there or they're
gone.
They're dead.
Yeah.
They're
so
dead.
Was something added? Deleted? No, the overall sum's the same. It's just a bunch of swaps. Like here, 29 FFCE-010311 taken out, returned for adjustments. 27 FCDD-019634 substituted in, shipment leaves on time. Oh my god. How many?
This is important.
I'm not going to read every single number.
I know,
that
that's
number
fine.
Returned
67
for
yeah. Oh no, they're
revisions,
both 67.
replaced by 67, a different one. Shipment leaves on time. 67? Sorry. Fuck. So, does all that strike you as odd, Mr. Doss? Replacements before shipping isn't uncommon, but when it happens by the batch load. To spot individual unit imperfections among a shipment at that stage in the process, it must have been someone with a lot of experience or authority, or both. Must have? You don't know who made these changes? I can tell you they were probably someone important. Small last-minute changes to which androids got shipped out. Not very juicy on its own, and it's a long ways away from explaining why someone would want to kill David. But it was hidden, and that means someone didn't want it found. Okay. Thank you for sharing that data. Sure. Did you find what you were looking for? Hell if I know.
Oh, we didn't get to ask about tenants. Yeah, it really
Damn.
was lost. I'm sorry.
That's all good. Fair enough.
No,
Oh,
there
wait,
it is.
it's
Never
not lost.
mind. I spoke too soon. Too soon.
Yay! Okay, so okay. We didn't read through all of them, but surely those are the 300 AI children being put into bodies, right?
It feels very possible. Especially if we got Sarah. I can't imagine that David, if he knew something was coming for him, didn't account and try to save the rest of his family / creations.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like that, it was David that hid them in all the androids because he knew like that the hammer was coming and he was about to go down, which is why he clicked into gear all of his contingency plans like for Sarah and for them, and like kind of hiding the evidence,
Yeah,
needle in the
doesn't-
haystack.
I'm not sure if it gives us too many clues about why he was targeted or like what happened to him, but it does like it would make sense for him to try to get everyone else out.
Yeah, it's like you're right. We are missing that context for like
why that happened, if that's what happened, and like why he felt threatened. I mean, obviously he was right to feel threatened because he's dead. So, I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. This was, I mean, a fascinating episode. Great scenes, a
Yeah.
lot of juicy info. I like David. In the same way that I kind of like, I left that conversation with Young being like, yeah, I like Young. That doesn't mean that she's not the killer, but like, yeah, cool.
Or
interesting.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like super interesting character. I know we're kind of wrapping up. Do we want to get through the scene about the tenants?
Yeah, we
and
can talk
wrap?
about the tenants and then close.
That sounds good. Cool. I know you're convinced the tenants are safe. So how do you square that with what happened to David? There's a cat next to a dog. First answer that comes to mind, is the dog to the left or to the right? I don't know.
I would say to the right just because of the sequencing. There's a cat
too.
next to a dog. That doesn't logically, that makes zero sense, but my brain says cat left, dog right.
Because dog was said second in
yeah,
the sentence.
exactly.
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
Again,
I'd
that's
say,
not logic. That's just
No. And he might call us out for that. I'm curious. I'd say the dog is on the right. The cat is on the left. You might expect half of people to say left, half to say right. But actually, their answer is almost entirely dependent on their native tongue. Whether it's read right to left or left to right. Yeah.
because that was that was literally the only logic that we had, which is sequencing in English.
Yep. The language they speak affects how they process information. Their language affects how they think. And it's the same for machines. People can learn new languages and it can change our perspective. But machines can't learn a new source code. Every update's a reincarnation. If that android did kill David, it wasn't because a 0 returned as a 1 somewhere. It's because there's something fundamentally wrong with it. And personally, I think it's cruel to bring something that flawed into the world. Yeah. Unnecessarily cruel. Any other questions before I go find a hole to hide my head in? I'd like you to take a look at this. Hey, video game. If my PhD chemist husband couldn't solve that, then you're gonna tell me what it is?
I mean, I'm sure they have an answer.
That's right. It's made up. It's fake.
Yeah,
it's a fake
this is fiction.
Yeah, you're right. But I guess what I'm saying, if they whip out a real chemical, I'm gonna be like, hey.
Well, you're right.
Hey.
You're right. But they've already called it Delta. But
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but you're right. If they're like, and this specifically is what it is, and we can then we can call it bullshit.
Yeah.
We'll have that
I'm
primed in the
excited, though.
chamber. It's like, all right, we've got it ready.
I've got Victor in the background ready to go. Chemistry's a little outside my purview. What is this? A compound found in David Asher's blood. The poison? Oh, what is it? It didn't match anything in any database the medical examiner had access to. That's crazy. Here's a crazy idea to follow it up. See if it's a match for anything in Noble's internal databanks. We, don't make poison here? I'm not sure what that would accomplish. No, but this is a factory floor. You could be making baby blankets out there. You'd still have hazardous materials around. You think it was from something industrial? I suppose it could be. It looks like it's carbon-based. It narrows it down a lot. It's not exactly Huh? What is it? It doesn't make any sense, but it's a match for patent NOD-52345-S. Colon? Okay. A synthetically produced neurotransmitter analog for usage in organic android components. Serotonin. That explains a lot. A neurotransmitter that would interact directly with the nervous system. In David's case, depressing it enough to put his life in danger. It also explains why it was a preset in his personal manufacturer. Sarah's nervous system, worth 10 times its weight in platinum, must be pumped full of it. Whoa, okay. So the serotonin was what poisoned him, because he just he got flooded with a fake neurotransmitter.
Yeah. But why? And who would know
why
that?
And who? Yeah.
Other than the 300 robots in a trench coat.
Yeah, what?
Because they're the ones that probably designed it.
Yeah. Oh!
What? I hear you typing.
Sorry, I'm like looking up what serotonin looks like. It does look kind of similar.
Okay.
Actually. All right. You wait. Yeah, it does look kind of similar. Yeah. Huh. Sorry. Okay, fair enough. So wait, you're saying you think the 300 robots killed him?
I more just mean nobody else would have been using it actively, and I think they were the ones that developed it, unless that pre-existed. That could have been one of the things that David stole. It's either David stole it from somebody at Noble, or it was developed by the 300 robots in a trench coat.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I like these thoughts. I'm also I see serotonin in the chat, and yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, this is true. Huh? Dang. Never thought of it like that.
Okay.
Oh my god.
All right.
Sorry. So, they think that's what killed him? Helen Young led the development of serotonin, didn't she?
Okay, so it was stolen from Young. So it wasn't the
Okay.
300 robots in a trench coat that developed that. It already existed, and it was developed by Young.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, she did. I should go and ask her about its composition then. Normally, someone at her level wouldn't be able to answer specific questions about a compound formulated years ago. But she does have a reputation for being very detail-oriented. That works out nicely then. They say she's the type of person to micromanage how much water people drink at a 15-minute stand-up. I heard a rumor that she once said bathroom breaks are a timesheet theft.
Boo! Your employees need to be hydrated.
Ooh. Aren't they? I'm kidding. But you should be careful about criticizing a superior when people could be listening. Good thing we've got privacy in your office. No one but the two of us listening in. Yeah. Thanks for cooperating, Dawes. When the state storms the building and starts zip-tying people, I'll let them know that you were helpful. Yeah, nice joke. You are joking, right?
Oh, we have one more thing.
One more thing.
Okay, I know
One
we're
more
over,
thing.
but we're
my God.
still stuck in the conversation.
We got one more thing. Yeah. Actually, there is one more thing I wanted to ask you. What's that? How long have you been a corporate spy? And one more thing. She did pull a Columbo.
Yeah, just one last thing before I leave.
She's literally turning around. What? Yesterday, you let it slip that you worked in consulting. Had your guard down because I'm not part of the industry? I was a consultant. What are you talking about? When I walked in here and you said you didn't know how David died. But just now, you called serotonin a poison. What? I just assumed if a chemical was found in a dead man. And I'm sure you've got practiced answers to every logical point I could raise, so I'll just say this. Does the nervous guy bit really work on people? Keep your cool, and people don't know what you're thinking. But if you act a little jumpy, they feel inclined to calm you down. But before they know it, they're spilling their guts just to have something to fill the silence with. Though it's not entirely an act these days. To answer your question, I did work 3 tours in consulting. 4 quarters of internal affairs, spy hunting at the Western Division, then 8 embedded at Howe Industries. 24 months wearing different faces, answering to different names, sleeping for 1 hour at a time with a 3D printed shiv under my pillow. My nerves are completely shot. My cover wouldn't last a day if I went back under. So, you're a spy for Noble? Retired. You're working 6 days a week. 5.5 days a week, and in quality assurance. So, trust me, this position is a cushy, generous reward for my past services. Well, you can't be that retired. You clearly know more than you're letting on. I have some old inboxes I still check. So, can you tell me what the hell is happening around here? Why I'm the one investigating David's death while your old coworkers are off twiddling their thumbs? It's that story. The soldier, the blood transfusion. Blood, not Occident. He's finally shooting straight. Did something happen to him afterwards? Did the transfusion not last? No, there's nothing wrong with the blood. It's the story itself. There was a soldier, and he did get injured. But it was on a base, during a training exercise. There was a medical tent just 10 meters away the whole time. The transfusion was just a fortuitous live test. His life was never in any danger. Doesn't make for much of a tearjerker. Not even a good photo op. Which our competitors understood. One of them, maybe a few of them, got a hold of the story, started puffing it up, astroturfing, painting over socials and virals. By the next morning, we had the military thinking we were leaking like a sieve. Meanwhile, the media's bombarding us with requests for videos and interviews and data. And the state's praising our tech with one side of their mouth while threatening to mist us with the other for getting so greedy. Everyone in Noble CCE has been slammed ever since. Trying to find an off-ramp for the story we can walk back the claims on without torpedoing our state contracts. I don't know what happened to Asher. Whether it was AI gone rogue or company infighting gone too far. But I can tell you it wasn't done by consultants. That all you wanted to know? Psychiatrist? Oh, we can't ask about the psychiatrist. You worked in CCE. Was David actually seeing a psychiatrist? Or was it all cloak and dagger bullshit? I know that office. Some old coworkers who see them. So, it's a front? They do both. So he was probably getting training, and he was probably talking to someone. Sorry, not the answer you were hoping for? Hoping? I wasn't hoping for any answer. The answer I expected was... you okay? That's all. Unless you've got any evidence.
Advice.
Oh, advice, sorry. Unless you got, sorry.
You're good.
You're saying you want a consultation? Couldn't hurt, right?
Actually, the way the conversation played out, it didn't matter. He kind of did the same thing.
Yeah, it's true.
Yep.
Yeah. This company, all these companies hate to lose. So don't fight them. Make them think you're fighting for them. Well, that's just business as usual for me.
All right.
Yay!
Heck
Good
yeah.
shit.
Heck yeah.
Woo! This game is tasty.
It is. There's a lot of good stuff going on.
I am chewing on this well done steak. Just
Oh, I agree. No, it's just good stuff. Lots of intrigue, lots of good characters, lots of silly ideas about where this could go, but I'm also deeply intrigued to see where it actually ends up.
Yes, it's so good. The writing is just chef's kiss. It's so good. It's so good. Oh,
No, I'm having a great time.
Me too. Like I could keep playing, but I realize it is late.
Yes.
Oh, very good. Oh, thank you all so much for joining us. I'm glad that we're continuing with Of the Devil. This game absolutely rules. Thank you, folks who joined us live on Twitch, and thanks to everyone who followed along in the VODs. We so appreciate your support. And if you do both, that's even cooler. That's awesome.
That's wild and cool and rad and awesome.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Oh, what a good time.
Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here, and we will see you all next time, folks.
Bye, everyone.